Welcome to Liberencia, where the gold chains of fate bind and guide gods and mortals alike. This is Extreme Advantage.
Previously on Extreme Advantage, the gaggle of guys track down the lantern maker but are too late, finding the dwarf dead. After defeating the captors, the party splits. Corliss and Rorik then fight a strange hair-like monster, later discovering it to be called a strandling. While researching the strandling, Corliss discovers the true name for flickers: nightmares.
Welcome back, everybody. Sorry, it's been a minute since we've released an episode. Some of us were on vacation outside the country, but we are back. We're glad to be providing some fun times and having a good time playing D&D once again. This week's question comes from Jake, who asks, who is your character's nemesis?
Great question. This is Devin, voice of Skeem. If Skeem had a nemesis, I feel like he's picked up a good number of nemesi throughout the campaign already. He's got beef with that one guy who beat him in the tournament, in the wizard
Coliseum,
tournament.
yeah.
But his realistic nemesis is probably Milo. It's like he's the Darth Vader to Skeem's Obi-Wan, where it's like they used to be friends, but now they're enemies. And
Are you sure Skeem's not the Darth Vader to Milo's Obi-Wan?
Let's go ahead and move on to the next person.
Actually, I think it might be your friends from the Dune Desert.
Look, that's true.
Scheme, no one's
Friends.
there.
Scheme didn't mean to
No
kill
one's
him.
there, Scheme.
Yeah,
It was just you two.
Skeem never had any friends before us.
Brandon, I think it's your turn.
He had nobody. Rorik's nemesis, as of who we have met so far in the campaign, Rorik's nemesis may be, I don't know, Grimthane. That's the person that he's had the most hostility directed towards.
I mean, you and Grimthane did have a pretty long-standing beef in that one episode where you invaded his house and told him to watch out for himself.
Grimthane isn't your nemesis. You're Grimthane's nemesis.
So I guess what that means is that Rorik's feud with Grimthane transcends time.
I forgot about that. The most awkward conversation.
No. Rorik followed it up with Grilda. That one was much more awkward.
Oh my god!
Who is also another potential nemesis.
You just have a problem with gur names.
Look, if you want to create a fun time on the podcast, just have Rorik interact with
a gur name.
Any NPC.
It's just you guys are printing money.
Anybody. This is Hunter, voice of Lauren. I mean, we're kind of like in my nemesis arc right now with Rogi and Red Gold. That's like my character's nemesis. This is like my arc, if you will. We completed Corliss's arc. That's like main quest checked off. And now
it's just a companionship quest.
Yeah, it's just a companionship quest. Like if you've ever played like Persona games,
this goes
like,
through.
Corliss,
I'm romancing Corliss.
Yeah,
Corliss has been unlocked.
The main character.
I'm now
Corliss
a playable character.
Yeah.
I'm no longer enshrouded.
Corliss is now like his relationship meter is like maxed out. And now
He's
we're
no
just
longer
working on
grayscale.
mine.
We just need to hit the next arc, and then we can start like actually progressing to the next.
Yeah, exactly. Once you unlock all your followers, everybody knows that's when you can actually progress the story.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like Lauren's nemesi are definitely Rogi and Red Gold. That just sounds like a really bad knockoff of Dave and Buster's. Welcome to Rogi and Red Gold.
Sounds like a sick band, though.
Yeah, it's actually that does sound like a pretty cool band.
I feel like it's a good way to get
haunting
stabbed
space
and
banjo
collected.
It's got to be like a bluegrass, country
A
band.
space bluegrass country band.
with the banjo.
Obviously, Banjo. Obviously.
People are gonna really get this. This is gonna be great. Good content.
YouTube
Inside
search
joke.
haunting space banjo music. It's the best. Please sponsor us.
Haunting space banjo. Haunting space banjo music. Please
The
sponsor us.
banjo people.
The Banjo
makes those.
They know who they are.
Big Banjo doesn't want you to know this.
Is Big Banjo competing with like Big Pharma?
Big Banjo owns Big Pharma.
no!
Big Banjo doesn't want you to know this trick.
Big Banjo is the parent, is like the
overarching
umbrella.
of pharmacies. It all goes back to
Big
bluegrass.
Banjo owns Big Pharma, Big Advertising, Big
It's all a ploy
I
to
don't
get
know.
you to listen to bluegrass.
Space Bluegrass.
Space bluegrass.
Haunting space bluegrass.
Anyways, Ethan, please move us along.
So my nemesis, I forgot what the question was for a second.
That's it. Yeah.
My nemesis as Corliss has got to be Dragar, but Dragar is like only a recent occurrence because we were friends, so we're kind of like an Anakin Obi-Wan.
Oh my gosh.
But wait.
Hold on.
Who knows
Wait.
who's who? I don't know.
This is copyright.
Hold on.
Wait a
I
minute.
don't believe that he's
I feel
your
like
real
we've
nemesis.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know. The wall could be my nemesis. Who knows? But then there's also obviously the flickers, aka nightmares, because those were like the real thing that the Dragon's Calvary were defending Le Realm from. And then Dragar came and said, "I'm gonna bring the whole flickers and everything everywhere." And he also
And it was
turned into
Kermit.
What about?
Look at my sword. Stones.
Miss Piggy, stop! I'll take the wall down.
What about your goddess?
Kermit has entered the chat.
She's not a nemesis.
This world will know pain. This world will
That's how I got my cleric powers from.
And that's-
from
you
the
That's
underestimate
not what I
power.
meant. I meant like, what about the person that your goddess has told you to kill?
goddess. Oh, well, I don't know. I don't really have beef with him.
Look, that was professional. That was solely professional.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I killed him, but it was professional.
Yeah. No hard feelings.
He killed him professionally.
So it's okay.
I
Copyright
straight up murked
protected.
that guy, and he brushed it off. That was kind of wild. Anyway, so I don't know what's going on there. So there's a lot of loose strings that I'm just not gonna worry about. I'm more of a live in the moment kind of guy. I want to make some
Yeah.
lanterns, send them off into the sky. You know, it's more my vibe.
That's the plot of Tangled. Hold on. We can't.
Look, all I want to do is
Wait a
fly
minute.
in my little Twilight
Guys,
orb.
we've had too many Disney infringements in this episode.
Yeah, we need to move on before we get nuked.
Yeah, before they
Big Disney comes
hit us with the
after
nukes.
us.
Big Disney is actually being directed by
Big Banjo.
Big Banjo.
It's all Big Banjo.
Hey
Big
James,
Banjo's everything.
who's your real life nemesis?
My real life
Your
nemesis.
real life nemesis.
Or maybe you're like DMing Nemesis.
Cupcake Wars.
What beef do you have with Cupcake Wars?
It's the most pretentious show I've ever seen in my entire life. Have you ever watched it?
It's a show.
These people like take these cupcakes and they peel it off super slowly and then they'll eat it with a fork and they'll just take one bite and be like, oh, it's too much cupcake for me. I can't handle any more cupcake. And I hate it. It drives me nuts.
I'm sorry, that does sound absolutely infuriating.
Very
like
pretentious.
even
Forcing
from
this show
even
on
from
you.
even from that description, I already hate whoever's on that
The
show.
fact that I saw anyone eat a cupcake with a fork is absolutely infuriating.
Yeah, that's what got me too.
Yeah, can't do it. It drives me nuts.
Cupcake Wars, please sponsor us.
Don't.
No, they won't. We lost our sponsor.
Burning.
They were about to. They were
Wars,
just,
AKA
They were
Big
about to
Banjo.
sign the check.
they were
one
drafting
and
the
the same.
email.
Cupcake
and he
Wars
immediately
is
heard this
Big Banjo.
and said nope and started slamming that backspace button.
Denied.
While listening to banjo music.
Well, and he immediately got on the phone with
Haunting
Big
space
Banjo and
music
said,
with lasers.
"We got to get these guys out of here."
Please start the podcast.
With that, let's jump right on into it. When we last left off, everybody was still in their respective libraries. We'll start off with Corliss, who is still back in the Emerald Plains in the Runestone Manor.
So, my guy, L. Butler bot, what's his name again?
Devarius Do Good.
You actually nailed it. That's his actual name.
L. Butler bot.
How did you know?
How'd you know my real name?
He's like Rumpelstiltskin. He has to do anything you want.
He was already our servant. He was already going to do that.
I know, but now he has to do it.
That's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
His eyes are going
Oh,
to turn
Butler
red, and
bot.
he's going to be like, you figured it out.
figured it out. How could you?
Now I'll have to kill you.
is over.
Campaign ends right there.
Yeah, that's it.
Tune in next time. Episode ends. So Devarius, log this, and I gestured just to like everything in the library because I was like ripping out books left and right, and I think I made like my own little like insertion of like flicker is nightmare. Log all this. Give me that turkey sandwich because he was making me
He
food.
was.
And then I sip on a little
Chai
D&D
latte.
fantasy Coke. and then I walk outside with the plate and the bottle and I want to teleport back.
So you teleport back to the library in the College of Beginnings where everybody else is doing their own research with your sandwich and your fantasy Coke.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey, why didn't you bring us any?
Oh, sorry, I didn't think you wanted any.
I want some. I'm starving.
Hold on.
Have we ever...
I'm gonna use my teleportation stone.
No, wait, Skeem. No.
Remember, it only has one use a day. You're gonna have to wait a full 24 hours before
You don't get a sandwich.
Skim's just sitting there trying to activate it.
He's ruined us all, Skeem.
Where were you trying to go?
Skeem with death in his eyes.
There's my nemesis.
His nemesis is now
Skeem is going to go ahead and prepare Hellish Rebuke because I feel like I just took I just was attacked.
I see the death in your eyes, and I just start sprinting through the library.
You're like holding up your
I got a plate.
Running on.
Rico's running after.
Soldier.
Rico, activate instant kill.
Yes, my liege.
Take out Corliss.
But wait,
Shall
Rico.
perish.
Rico, make sure the sandwich and the drink don't perish.
Spare the
Spare
sandwich.
them.
Spare the sandwich. Kill the man.
Yes, go. Attack.
He starts waddling after Corliss.
I see Rico coming.
Waddle.
I immediately just go stand on a desk.
He tries reaching up. He's like doing the little things where like his hands are above his head and he's just kind of like swiping with his
He's like
wrists.
feeling around on top of the table.
I don't know if we've ever established. Is Rico a portly little child?
Yeah, he's a little portly. Not like crazy portly, but just a little.
He's just got like that
He's
child.
just the child chubbiness.
Yeah.
He's like the Komodo dragon kid.
He's like
Yeah,
baby.
it's perfect.
He's baby
you guys-
Finn the human.
Do you guys know
yes.
the
Thank you.
Shrek Christmas special? The kid that goes, "Do the roar."
Yeah.
That's who I'm imagining now. I love you, Daddy. Do the roar.
After he makes a few swipes at you, he realizes he can't reach you while you're snacking on the sandwich, and he says, "Stop eating the sandwich. I must spare it." And then he's gonna try and climb up on top of the desk.
I'm gonna say ugh, and I'm gonna like use my.
He does an average job, so it takes him like 5 minutes.
While he's climbing, though, my like boot is just like it's not kicking him,
Yeah.
but it's just like preventing him from making any progress.
Just like keeping it on his head or something.
Yeah, just like
That's why it takes him 5 minutes. Hunter just pulled up a picture of the Do the Roar kid from Shrek.
exactly what I pictured him as.
only a little greasier.
Perfect. Instead of a lollipop, he's just holding 2 knives.
Hunter's
Do
just
the
a bag-
roar.
It's a bag of gold and,
Yeah, and a knife.
Hunter's like red.
I'm sorry, go.
As you're kind of having this little interaction, the librarian comes up and she's like, "Hey, get off the desk."
I hand her the Coke.
She like takes it, is like confused for a moment. No food in the library. Thank you. Don't thank me. Take this back. Get out of here. Leave.
1 second. Do you have a napkin?
No food in the library.
I reach down and rip a page out of a book.
You see her face just like go bright red. She's like, I'm gonna get the headmaster.
No. Oh. Does he have napkins?
No.
Okay. I take the last bite.
Get out of the library now.
And then I step down and I take the Coke back from her. And I just start walking out.
off.
You see Rico waddling right after you, and she says, "Hey, no weapons in the library!" And he goes, "I must slay that man." And she says, "No murder in the library."
Rico, come on. We gotta go.
This library sucks.
Yes, my
Can't do anything in this
No
library.
food, no murdering.
No weapons.
Worst
Come on.
library ever.
Where's the library? Where's
0 stars.
I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna start yelping.
What's the
It doesn't
equivalent
even
of
allow
Yelp
people to
in
kill
your
other
world?
people inside.
Well, no, we could actually just yelp.
Bad library.
Bella, we're gonna go outside and yelp.
No good. 3.5 out of stars.
We all just go.
3.5 stars.
Kicked me out after ripping a page out of a book.
You're
actually
the one who did
yelping.
that.
Yeah, what gives? Worst library ever. Paper everywhere. Can't even use it.
So is it like the festival yet? Has it been like hours?
No.
Oh,
It's been like 2 minutes.
I'm just waiting outside. I had my fun.
You guys finally leave the library. Librarian absolutely furious back there.
At Corliss specifically.
Yes, at Corliss specifically, and Rico a little bit at least. I mean, it's a child running around with daggers. I feel like most people would just be confused.
I feel like that's more of a society, like a a reflection of society.
It is. How did this child get daggers in the first place?
What society do we live in where a child can't run around in a library?
Yeah,
with
that's
2
true.
knives?
That's a good
That's
question.
true.
Yeah. What drove that child to have the knife anyway?
Well, like,
0
what drove
stars.
society to make that a problem? Like, why is that bad
yeah. If I had my way, all toddlers would have knives.
at all times?
You should run for president.
I'd vote for you under that.
When I become
Platform.
president,
What's the presidential?
all toddlers will have gold and knives.
All toddlers, they'll have huge knives.
Probably the greatest knives.
They'll have golden knives and gold-plated diapers.
It'll be great. It'll be huge.
And Heroes Hold will pay for it.
Here's all to pay for it.
They're eating the dogs. Moving on.
We'll go across the wall and we'll make the Emerald Plains pay for it.
We need to build another wall around the wall.
I will rebuild the wall.
Okay. You guys are now outside the library. Where to now?
Where's the festival going down?
Festival is going to be taking place in central Journey's End. You guys have been in kind of an offshoot of the center part of the city where they have some casinos, some of the smaller ones. They have a pretty good blacksmith and everything. College of Beginnings is here. But central Journey's End is where you're going to find the big stakes casinos.
Okay, and that's going on tonight.
Casinos will probably have some events and everything.
Sorry,
but
the
festival-
lantern. Yeah, the lantern.
Yes,
thing.
that
Did you
is.
say casinos?
Yes, I did.
Oh boy.
Yes. And that is also in the direction of the hot springs that you guys had mentioned as well.
Did we decide, do we want to go to the hot springs or do we want to wait for like something to be going down
I figure
before we
we-
go?
Because the hot springs, they give like a temporary buff.
Yeah.
So we
wanna
wanted to do that
utilize it.
before.
Right.
Yeah.
If we're going to make the most out of whatever benefit we get from the hot springs, I think it'd be best if we actually had something that we're going to use them for.
I'll say I kind of
course.
get the feeling though that something's gonna go down at the festival. If there were thugs that were taking the lanterns,
They probably didn't want them to happen.
yeah,
or
they probably
something.
wanted, or they had other plans. They were gonna do something to the lanterns, and they might not have been entirely scared off by our.
Well, also those.
interfering.
Did we ever confirm if those were all of the lanterns? They
Yeah,
could have.
so I think there might
moved some
still
of
be
them.
something.
Not to mention that wild hair monster on the loose.
Yeah.
Well, didn't
yeah.
we kill everybody that was in that
We
that
did.
warehouse?
We
Oh
did.
yeah, we killed lots of people.
But there very well could be like backup that
But there
shows
could've-
up,
yeah.
sees what went down or can piece it together and then reports back to whoever they're
I mean, that
working
was
I
that
mean,
was over a day ago. That
they
was,
couldn't
To mention
track it
the
back
wild
to
hair
us,
monster
though.
on the loose.
No, and so they
We
may-
left no witnesses.
No, we most certainly did not. But it might not even be targeted to us. Whatever their intention, they could be, for example, putting bombs in the lanterns. That doesn't have to. They don't have to take us out to do that. They could still, on their own, do that as well. So I'm just saying we need to be prepared for some event to happen.
Not to mention that wild hair monster on the loose.
You're still alive?
I slurp my coke.
What? You got a job.
Rico.
You got a job, Rico.
I'm tired.
You're not on your A game today, kid.
I pat Rico's head again. How I've been doing.
Thank you for the assurance, my liege, but I must slay you now.
All right, Rico.
Understandable.
At least for today, let's hold off on the slaying. You can pick it up again tomorrow, okay?
We'll do a training montage with you sometime.
I would greatly appreciate that. What is a montage?
We'll do a montage explaining it.
Fantastic.
Can we do a montage right now explaining what a montage is?
A whole bunch of cuts and like spliced scenes go together as you guys have a full detailed 20-minute conversation with Rico as you explain what a montage is.
Wonderful.
He is now a master and a genius when it comes to the word montage.
Perfect. Now that you know what a montage is, we'll do a training montage later.
Excellent.
Man, we should
accomplished.
train like this. I'd like to learn spellcasting by montage.
By
Spellcasting via montage.
Dude, I'll roll for montage, okay? You got a 6.
Can Rico have like a +20 to montage
So he's
now? Like if I say Rico montage, he instantly
Yes,
gets
my
a 20.
liege.
So he gets a 22. It's perfect.
So right now, Rorik is still in the portion of the montage where the master training the person is like shaking their head. Their eyes are kind of closed. That's where you're at right now. You'll get there though.
You'll get there.
Soon they'll be nodding their head.
Yeah. And then at the end of it, they'll be like, "You're ready."
You're ready.
And then we'll be right back where we are right now.
I think I finally understand what a montage is.
He didn't even have a montage. Can we continue the story? I start walking towards the hot springs.
The hot springs.
All right, you guys start heading towards the center of Journey's End, where buildings start to get taller and a little bit more intricately made. You see a lot more metal worked buildings instead of stone and wood worked. As you get closer and closer, it gets busier and louder. From this point on, you guys may want to stick close together. You could lose each other in the crowd pretty easily, as there's people walking back and forth all over the place. Individuals are getting food at the several different food stands that are around. There's several different hats and party items, including special little dolls and toys that you can get for kids and other collectible items.
I hoist Rico up and give him a piggyback ride on my shoulders.
He says, "I am glad I did not slay you this day."
Me too, Rico. Me too.
Did you say that there were like masks, like festival masks and stuff?
There's little, not masks, but they have like little crowns and stuff like that, little extra lantern, not figurines, but like toys and stuff that you can grab. And as is at most festivals, they'll usually have little figures and toys of the Emerald Heroes.
I want to grab one of each.
Okay, all four. Okay,
4,000 gold.
These are collector.
Yeah, collector's editions.
it'll be about a gold piece for all four.
All right.
4,000 gold pieces.
Give me all your gold.
Rico is the salesman. Give me all your money.
Stop bargaining against me.
How much does this cost? All of your money.
Rico's just trying to raise the price.
How much money you got?
Stop it.
He's a master haggler. He had a montage on haggling.
He's got a plus 20 to haggling as well.
This kid needs to get out of here.
He's going to become a god.
He's an expert montage
The second you
haggler.
master the power of montage, you can learn anything.
In
By
the space of a
montage.
As you guys head further and further into the square, you finally reach the center of Journey's End. Journey's End, when it was first founded, was the center of the continent and was a merchant location, and thus the center of the entire city is a massive market square, hundreds of feet across in diameter, and it's nothing but booths and stalls of various different items available for purchase. In the very center of this location is a small stage that is raised up and has some security around it. Looks like some sort of speech or some sort of event is going to be held in preparation for the actual festival. Is there anything you guys want to do here in this market square while you are present?
We're still on the way to the hot springs, right?
Yes, you're
Okay.
going to be passing through this.
And this is probably where we're going to be coming back. I assume this is where the Dream Vigil is going to take place.
So now would be a good time to like take a look at the stalls or just zip right through.
Rico, you see anything you like?
Let me look, my liege.
And I'm going to like walk around all the stalls, them on my shoulder, so you can see the stuffs.
I apologize, my liege. I am growing weary from our daily travels. I don't see anything of interest.
Oh, that's great. I was going to like try to like treat the orphan kid that we picked up, and he doesn't want anything. This is awesome.
You got natural one.
Poor guy.
I buy him a full leg of ham.
That's so much.
He doesn't have a hand for it.
I'm just messing. I don't actually do that.
We get him a belt.
I consider it.
And he just like
He now has a
tucks the
utility
leg of
belt.
ham on the belt.
You can hang things from this, Rico.
Actually-
yeah, he leaves that. He holds onto the gold and the knife, but hangs the ham.
Yeah. It's like partially
The
dragging
ham-
on the ground.
The ham is an improvised weapon. It's just a club. Honestly, that'd be a pretty on point for this chubby child.
At some point,
So
it
good.
deals necrotic damage once all the ham's rotted off.
And poison damage.
Yeah, poison damage.
But really, though, Rorik is going to be walking with Corliss and Rico and think, it might be a good idea for Rico to have a small satchel or some kind of bag. Something like that. So Rorik is going to look around for some place that's selling small bags or something like that.
Don't we have a bag of holding?
You guys don't have a bag of holding at the moment, I don't think.
What?
Yeah.
So you have a few ways to do it. You could do a general perception check. The DC for a general perception is going to be a little bit higher because you're just kind of taking a glance at it. Investigation will probably be your best bet, but I'd allow a persuasion to ask questions for people to give you good directions.
Yeah, I'll do an investigation check.
All right.
I got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Okay, you look around. The reason why you're able to spot this stall so quickly and so easily is because the merchant behind the counter is wearing bright pink robes. But on his table, you see various silks, robes, and bags.
You said he's wearing bright pink.
Bright pink. He has very tanned skin as well. From a glance, you could probably assume he's from Paxion based on how he's dressed.
Rorik is gonna approach.
All right. You approach him. As soon as you get to the counter, he's just barely dismissed another customer, and he's greeting you with a wide smile. He says, new customer. How can I be of assistance today?
Yeah, I was looking for a small bag or a small satchel or something a child would be able to carry trinkets and little things around.
toys and
Exactly,
knickknacks.
exactly. Yeah.
Of course, I'd be more than happy to oblige. Is there a specific color or function that you want?
Color it's not really important.
Are you sure?
I speak up. Rico, what's your favorite color?
Brown.
Brown.
All right, do you have an earthy brown or some kind of natural color?
Such a drab color, but I understand. Let me look for it. I mostly have the colorful ones up front.
Oh, actually, I'm kind of curious. Do you have like a well-weathered like leather bag?
Naturally.
All right, well, let's go with that. Yeah.
He kind of goes underneath his desk, underneath the counter for a little bit. As he goes through his stock and inventory, he does pull up a nice leather messenger bag.
All right. Can I just take a look real quick?
Of course, examine it. Make sure it's to your liking.
All right. Is there anything special about this bag?
Give me an investigation check.
Okay. And as I'm doing this, I'm gonna ask like, I'm just kind of curious about how much are you asking for this?
Well, for this messenger bag in specific, it's probably not going to be sold anywhere else, so probably a couple of gold pieces.
All right, I got a 13 on it.
13. You examine it, you don't find anything that makes you go like, oh, this is special, but there's no flaws. It's been used and worn, but at the end of the day, it's just a pretty solid messenger bag. A couple gold pieces is probably a little bit pricey, but at the same time, should be fair.
Okay. I don't know if I should be suspicious of this guy.
As of right now, he just seems like a pretty friendly, maybe even a overly friendly in some ways merchant. But in a city of merchants, that's probably very well expected.
Okay, but you said that he stood out though.
Yeah, because he's wearing bright pink robes.
I like this guy.
I'm gonna do an insight check on this guy. I got an 8.
8. You look him up and down. He seems pretty friendly. He's just looking to do some business.
All right. You said that this is about 2 gold, you said?
Yes.
Bit steep.
I mean, it feels like this is a standard bag, though.
It's Paxion leather.
So yeah, I couldn't afford it.
Let me just say,
Zero.
Loxodon hide goes
you're in debt to
very
me.
steep.
You said it's Loxodon hide?
Very much so.
I don't know what that means.
Loxodon is a race.
I know it's an elephant.
Yeah.
But, Rorik, I'm not sure if he would know.
You can do a nature or history check.
I'll do a history check. That's a 10.
10. Loxodon sounds familiar. You're probably just like, it's probably a Paxion animal.
Loxodon, is that a beast in Paxion? I think I've heard of that. I'm not
Yes,
quite
it
sure.
is a beast.
All right. All right, I'll take it.
Excellent.
I'll
2
go and
gold
take it.
pieces, friend.
Rico, you like that bag? Awesome, good talk.
Oh, sorry. I was not paying
Right.
attention. I was focusing on him doing
Yeah, no,
stuff.
you're good.
Rico was
you're
just
good.
asleep.
He's like, that's for me.
Arms still outstretched.
He's got shoulders of a god.
Rorik is going to just take the bag, hand over the gold.
Yeah. Coins on the counter, please.
Oh, all right.
Thank you. And he hands you over the bag.
Okay. And I'll walk away.
Any other items? If not, farewell.
No, I think just the bag is fine.
All right. As you walk away, give me a perception check.
Ready to whiff this one too. I got a nat 1.
Nat 1.
Oh, man.
So as you're turning away, you don't notice anything strange, but you do notice just real quick, just out of the corner of your eye that he does scratch his chin with the back of his hand.
I don't think anything of it.
I mean, why
I'm
would
not
you?
necessarily suspicious. He's from a different country, so he has different customs.
No?
Must have been the wind.
All right. Anyway, Rico, how about? Do you want to try this one?
Yes, my liege.
All right. So I give him the bag, and
He like drapes it around his neck like a necklace.
all right. So that's one way to not wear this. This is a bag that you sling over one shoulder.
It
It's
is
called
the
a
size of
crossbody.
my body, my liege. I could carry myself in this bag. Is this where I am to sleep?
Hey, Rico, climb in.
I specifically
Yes, my liege.
And I put on the bag.
Rico climbs in and you just sling it over your shoulder.
He's in a
You
little
now have
papoose.
Rico designated bag.
Yes!
Deploy the Rico.
He just rolls out. He rolls out like a like a pill bug, and then pops up with his 2 knives
His one knife and his bag.
and his bag of
Hey.
gold. That's right. That's right.
I don't know. I don't. What?
What just happened?
We deployed the Rico.
I walk over, and I force Rico out of the bag, and I climb in. Because Rico and Rorik are roughly the same size.
Rorik is definitely a little bit bigger than him, though.
You just
he is a
kicked the
grown
orphan
gnome.
out of the bag?
Get out of your bag, Rico. I gave you this gift and it's mine now.
You're like, that looks like fun. I want it.
So Skeem has made it to the hot springs. What does Skeem see?
Rico just found a use for this bag that, like, okay, 2 things. One, I specifically asked for a bag that a child could wear. Not that a child could sit and be carried around in.
So Skeem has resolved his time at the hot springs. What benefits have I received?
Oh, we'll get there, Kip. Let's jump up over there. But before we do jump to the hot springs, was there any other stalls you guys wanted to check out? If not, we'll jump over to the hot springs.
Nope, I was purely window shopping to see if Rico wanted anything. I'm ready to go.
Rorik hops back out of the bag and puts Rico back in.
So you guys walk about 20 minutes away from the central square. The further away you get, the thinner the crowds get, but as soon as you get to the hot springs, it gets busy once again. It's a festival night. People want to get cleaned up, freshened up, and everything as they go in to celebrate and perform this remembrance. As you guys approach in, the hot springs are all located underground, underneath the city in specific. Nobody's really sure where they come from or where the heat is really coming from either. They just know it kind of exists. As you guys approach this building, where it just has a series of different stairs that goes down underneath, you do have to wait in line for a little bit before you can purchase your entrance to your bath in specific. As you wait just for a little while, you do know that you'll have time for exactly 1 bath before the dream vigil begins.
Dang, I
Nice.
wanted 2 baths.
I wanted to bathe in every bath, just take a little dip.
All the baths.
If I go fast enough, I can glitch through the baths, get all the benefits at once.
Speed run the baths.
Speed run it, yeah.
Gain the specialist perk from Call of Duty. 7 baths.
I'm on a 7 bath streak.
If I get one more, I get a UAV.
What's the UAV equivalent in this world?
Lantern inbound.
It's your person. It's your third person.
Yeah, it's your third person top-down view League of Legends spell.
Oh, there's a guy over there. Go get him. I'm coming with you. Just doesn't look like I'm moving very fast. Is that how I run?
Oh, sorry.
Okay. As you guys approach the desk, the attendant is a lovely half-elf woman, and she asks you if you're looking for a bath of focus or a bath of rest.
Remind me the difference.
So a bath of rest is going to be your very basic bath. Not very expensive or anything like that, maybe a silver piece depending on the potency of it, but it's mostly just going to cure status effects or exhaustion, things like that.
Okay.
As for baths of focus, there's a couple different flavors. There's one where it's like I can get advantage on charisma checks in specific, or I can gain certain benefits to a skill in specific, depending on what you're looking for. That's the mechanic-based version of what's going on. Basically, the oils and stuff that they put into these baths are either this one rests you or this one sharpens the mind. You know, that
Okay,
kind of
okay,
deal.
I got you. Well, I'm more interested in the sharpening of the mind.
Yeah, you got the money for that?
No. What do I
I'm
look?
going
no.
to the baths.
What do I look like? A reasonable individual?
How much to be sharpened?
Yeah, so for sharpening, it's usually about a gold piece for a bath, and then for just the restful one, it's a silver piece.
What kind of...
Hey, Corliss.
Pay for my bath.
Please.
Can you buy me a bath?
Bath buddies, bath buddies.
What? Children get in for free, right? I'm a child.
I'm a little bit worried about Rico though.
Yeah, Rico will get into the restful ones for free.
Okay, because that's good. I literally am just gonna like
Throw
where
him.
where are the restful ones? Oh, they're over there. Oh, yeah.
And as he like enters in, you just see this brown soot.
I thought you just.
This this pool of black
Grease.
spreads.
He
We're not even
comes
gonna
out of the
recognize him.
pool blonde and beautiful.
He's like glowing.
He's like, oh, my leave.
Oh, I don't know about that.
My leave.
Freed me from the kiss.
All
I'm
right.
free.
Letters off.
Here, Scheme, I give you a gold piece.
You're a saint and a gentleman.
Okay.
A gentleman and a scholar.
Saint and a gentleman.
Is anybody else looking for specific baths?
Quick, Lauren, say words.
Oh, I don't really know what I need.
I don't know what I need either, but anything is better than nothing.
Yeah.
Do something.
You first. What,
So
what are you looking for?
With like becoming sharp.
Yeah.
What are we talking like a temporary +1 to like strength, dexterity, whatever?
Yeah. So with the various different types of baths, there's going to be ones where like I just get advantage on charisma checks in general, or the ones that you get advantage on all saving throws. And then the last one is if you want to focus on a specific skill, you can roll a d6 and you'll add that to your whatever you roll, you add to that skill for the next 24 hours. So if you roll a 6, you get a +6 to that skill for the next 24 hours.
Plus what you already have on
Exactly.
it. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
'Kay.
But for like a keen mind and sharp eyes.
'Kay.
Because there's gonna be a lot of people and a lot of stuff
So-
going on at the Dream Vigil.
Yeah,
so
for the D6, it's for a skill in specific. So
perception.
yeah, that's what I'm
Perception.
saying. For perception.
Perfect.
Scheme's gonna hop into the saving throw bath. Try to get advantage on saving throws.
Very good. Okay.
Is there one for attacks?
For like combat and sharpness of mind, yes.
All right.
It's not going to be as potent. It's usually just a D4, but you can add that to attack rolls
It's a free
or
plus.
damage rolls. 2 separate baths.
Is there something for like spell casting?
It's the same thing.
Same thing.
Can you only have one effect at a time?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's because you don't know the speed run.
Yeah. Sorry, man.
You gotta complete the game in order to get all the attributes.
It's like as you play
this-
your
this
your
isn't-
second playthrough.
This isn't New
If
Game
I-
Plus. Brady.
Yeah, you got a new game plus.
This is not New Game Plus yet.
If I come to this bath every day for the next year, can I just have a permanent increase?
If you like just drop out of the campaign, stay here for the next year, and take a bath in the same bath every single day for an entire year, yeah, I'll let you get a permanent buff.
But the downside is that you become permanently pruny as well.
Just wrinkly all the time.
A fate worse than death.
And a mouth breather.
Worth it.
And you just realize that your tongue is uncomfortable in your mouth.
my mouth tastes like teeth.
I kind of want to do perception as well.
Gold piece, please.
There
Yeah,
goes
I'll-
my hero.
Do you have no gold?
I'm completely
Goldless.
out.
He's now 421 gold in debt to me.
Yeah,
Pretty soon I'm gonna be hunted down by red court
red gold.
wall.
What? This isn't a freaking animal world. Red wall.
Have you settled on one, Rorik?
Gold moon.
Yeah, Rorik is gonna do the sharpness for combat.
Okay, perfect. Okay, for combat, go ahead and roll a d4. And are you doing it for attack rolls or damage rolls?
I'll do attack rolls.
All right.
When Skeem goes to get into the bath, I'm definitely imagining him with like tearaway clothes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's wearing a robe, so all he has to do is like shrug his shoulders a bit, and it just like falls off. Underneath his robe, he's just wearing a second, slightly smaller robe. Okay, I see you guys in the water.
That was a +3.
Okay, so you get a +3 to all attack rolls for the next 24 hours or until you take a long
We
rest.
roll a d6, right?
For perception, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we did it at time of perception.
Oh, no. It's just you roll this d6 right now, and that's your passive bonus for the next day or until you take
Please
a long
don't be
rest.
a 1. Hey, I got a 5.
Hey, that's pretty good.
That's
That's like
comparatively very good.
That's like the second best.
Hey, that's still pretty decent. And Skeem, you're just doing saving throws.
yeah,
friggin'
just
decent.
just
Perfect.
advantage for saving throws.
And everybody gave me a gold piece, right?
Indeed.
Yes,
Cool.
Yours.
Yes, Rorik.
I gotta go pee.
Have fun.
I will. You guys go down into these bath areas. It splits off into a left and a right corridor, first of all, for men and women. There is certain times when there is mixed baths, of course. But from there, it is then distinguished into the focused and the relaxed baths. As you go into this area, it's unsure how it's lit. It always gives off this silverish blue glow wherever you go. It's a very stone-like structure where they've smoothed out and put some wood panels down on the floor where they polish it and keep it nice and presentable, but it is a very natural-looking area.
Hey, I'm running an odds race.
And each bath in specific is carved into the wall, dug out in specific, and that's how they are separated. There are no individual walls or doors in specific. It is more of just individual caverns. And there's the natural, I'm gonna say bioluminescence, because I can't think of any other word to describe it, as these walls just give off the light itself.
It's like Surf's Up when they're in that cave and it's all the worm poo.
Ooh.
Yes.
Well, no. Have you guys seen? There is actually a place where at night, when you are going and interacting with the water at this lake, that
Oh.
there's like a blue glow.
Yeah, the bioluminescent lakes.
Yeah.
Or I
Yeah.
guess the ocean portions of the oceans.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
it's
yeah.
pretty cool.
It's red tide.
Is that
So-
what it's called?
Yeah,
Red
so it's an
tide.
algae bloom, and it's all the algae and the phytoplankton, or I don't know if it's phyto or
Whatever it is.
zooplankton, but they have bioluminescence, and when they're disturbed, they give off light.
Yeah,
what
that's
causes
so
it.
that's so
Yeah,
awesome. That's kind of
that's
what
pretty
I'm
cool.
picturing
Yeah.
here.
It's where I got the idea.
Oh, really?
Worm
That's
poo.
sweet.
Sick.
That's sweet.
No.
You guys are just swimming in worm poo.
I haven't entered yet.
Hey, it actually
We can go
cured-
back.
I'm walking down the corridor in like a white robe, like a bathrobe.
Yep.
And got my hair in a towel.
Do you have long hair?
I don't. My picture says I do.
Okay. Great.
So that's how I'm going to the baths.
Okay. You guys eventually find your individual baths. I want everyone to roll a d12 for me.
Oh. In case the worm poo gets us.
Yes, exactly.
You said a
worm.
D12.
D12.
I got a 12.
I got a nat 10.
Whoa.
Wow, a
8?
nat 10
8?
No
out of
modifiers.
12. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I got a nat 12.
I got a natural 5.
Natural 5. Very cool.
All these natural rolls. It's crazy.
None of us have any modifiers
None of us
to our
have any
D12.
For
Yeah,
this, for this
modded.
random D12 that
I
we're
got
asking
a,
for.
a rather unnatural 5.
Oh. It's a dirty 5, right?
Dirty 5.
The dirtiest.
What'd you add to it?
Bubar Kyovra.
Buber curva.
Buber curva. Pierdole.
So Lauren and Corliss are going to the bath together. Everybody else is kind of going their own ways.
Are you wearing a robe too? Is your hair done up in a towel?
Nope.
Can we like arm in arm?
Yeah. Okay.
You skip.
We skip into the bath.
We split right when the baths like split. You go on down like one aisle, I go down the other. Friendship sealed.
It's perfect. It's perfect. That's all it took.
We are now homies.
It's supposed to be like the couple's bath.
Yeah.
Obviously, that sign's meant for somebody else.
Couple of besties.
Am I right?
I see that sign, and instead of scooting apart, I scoot closer.
Like, oh, I think we're supposed to be close. Oh,
Hey, bro.
Be closer together.
Hey, bro. You know I love you, right? Yeah, bro.
two guys sitting in a hot tub, 6 feet apart because they're not gay.
Yes.
As you guys enter into your each individual baths, they're all functioning very, very similarly, where there's different holes in each of the wall where the water is pouring in from it, filling up the baths. It's all coming out of the walls very hot and very fresh. It is always the same temperature.
Nice.
As you guys enter in, it's very soothing and very calming. And for all of you who have gone into the focusing baths, you can feel the magic of these baths actually strengthening your body and focusing your minds into the area that you have desired to do. And unfortunately, based off your D12s, no fun encounters occur at this time.
Oh no, I'm accidentally rolling a second D12.
Oh, another one just to see if something happens.
Sure.
Should I roll for Conrad too?
Oh yeah, roll for Conrad.
Sure, there's been a second D12.
Rico didn't.
You want me to roll for Rico?
and you roll.
Yeah, Rico's having a blast over there and the other thing. You hear subtle screams like, he's got a knife!
Why is he going throwing gold at me?
Get away from me.
He's a menace. I love it.
About an hour passes and it's time to exit. Y'all change back into your clothes and you walk out of the baths. It looks like most people are now beginning to filter away from it and heading in the same direction as the courtyard you guys were once in, where the Dream Vigil is about to start.
Does Rico actually look cleaner now?
Rico does look cleaner. He isn't beautiful and blonde, but you can tell that at least some of the grease has like dripped out of his hair, but there's still like beads of water that look extra shiny, like there's oil in it.
They also closed down the bath that he was using.
It needs some detailed
It stopped
scrubbing.
draining properly.
There's just like clumps of hair.
Where did
He's a young kid. Where did all this hair come
Rico,
from?
where did this come from?
It's not my hair.
I know not. I know not, my liege.
Even worse. Terrible.
You guys begin heading back towards Central Journey's End. As you do, what was the normal hubble bubble of the crowd is now beginning to quiet down. It looks like someone's about to give a speech or something. Do you guys want to press forward to get into a nice like visual location of the
I'm
stage?
good.
You're good?
I'm good.
Okay.
I don't need that.
Okay, that's fine.
I'll say I think something's going down, and the more centered we get, the more crowded we're going to be, the harder it's going to be to make a move.
I'd like to look around and see if there's a higher vantage point that, like, I guess overlooks the festival.
It's going to be difficult. You'd have to get on the roof of a building.
I know a way that we could get a good vantage point.
You're gonna attach Conrad to a lantern.
Fly, be free, be free. He's scared of heights.
Yeah, he's scared of heights, but anything's better than with the gnome.
Well, here's the thing. I hadn't thought of that. But I can activate my vision to link with his vision.
That's
There you
true.
go.
That's true.
Because he's my familiar.
Why did that
I
actually turn
will
out to
go
be a
and
good idea?
I'll go into my UAV mode just to see his expression up close.
I'm gonna.
He's just like
All you see is fear.
You see his
It's one of those
fear.
cameras that are like pointed. It's like a streamer cam.
I mind link with
The
him.
fisheye lens.
Yeah. In any anime where like the protagonist is about to go crazy,
And it's that like it's like top down view.
Yep.
And the eyes are kind of like splitting apart.
Yep.
Shinji.
Are there like guards and crap on the roof?
Not on the roofs, no. There
Okay.
are some guards near the stage, though.
Okay, I'm gonna misty step up to the roof.
All right. Yes, that's
Keep
you got
advantage.
enough range to be able
Yeah,
to do
it's
that.
30 feet, so I figured.
Yeah. As you get up onto the roof and you look around, you do see like a few other people who did take the time to climb up or like yourself teleport
Yeah.
up to the roofs.
Okay.
Rico, get in the bag.
Yes, my liege. Kind of scoops in, knives sticking out.
Don't poke yourself.
Skeem, you want up on the shoulders? We're gonna make our way to the front.
Sure.
Okay. And then Rorik
Rourke, you can get up on my
on
shoulders.
his shoulders.
wait.
Do we own any
Of the
trench
two-
coats?
Of the two short people, Rorik and Skeem, which one of us is taller?
Rorik.
You want to both be on a shoulder, just like standing.
I'll be on Rourke's shoulders. Rourke will be on Corliss's shoulders.
And we
Trench
can make
coat
our way
over
to
the
go.
whole thing.
I'm
It'll look
gonna Princess Bride this. Everybody move! Everybody move!
Nobody moves.
Nobody moves. Everybody disliked
do
that.
I could thaumaturgy it.
Yeah, you could.
Are they gonna like getting yelled at?
Well, they might listen really quick and be like, "Oh, we got
Yeah, I guess if you roll a dice and you perform well, then yes, they will.
yeah." That's kind of my goal. It's just an easy
and
way to
that's-
get to the front.
me saying that is just an expression. Like you roll the dice, like take a chance,
I'll roll
Gamble.
the dice.
Gamble.
gamble.
Do it. This is gambling episode 2.
I'm gonna thaumaturgy, but I'm not actually gonna shout. I'm just gonna be really loud. I'm just gonna be like, "Excuse me, pardon me."
You're thaumaturgying, but you're whispering.
Yeah.
Which just makes it like the normal
It's
voice.
just a normal
sound.
voice.
Okay, then I'll speak
Honestly-
up a little bit louder than
Okay,
normal voice.
just to raise your voice a little
yeah,
bit.
and then if people don't move, then I'm gonna escalate.
Well, actually, I want you to think about that though. It feels like a whisper, but is way louder and more like booming than it ought to be.
Yeah, and it's like, whoa. Okay,
So-
Yeah,
I'll get
that's
out of
kind
this
of
guy's way.
creepy.
Yeah, it is.
That is intimidating.
With that, I'll let you do an intimidation or a persuasion roll.
We'll
They're the same.
persuade because
Okay.
we're trying to be nice. We don't really want to cause a scene.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do it with persuasion.
I'll go ahead and help you.
Well, that's good because I thought that was not 1. That was a 7. So that's a 9. Let's do it again. That is a 16.
Hey, as you kind of raise your voice, but you're speaking pretty gently, just at an elevated level. A good chunk of people get out of your way. You still have to kind of shuffle past 1 or 2 people, but a good chunk of the crowd gets just clear of you. You have a very solid view of the stage. You're in a moderately central location in this marketplace now.
Solid.
Most people are looking up as you do see a kind of a portly man, looks like a halfling, coming up. He has the little ring of hair, like it's just on the sides, completely
Oh,
shiny.
He's like a monk, like a monk
Like
or
a-
a friar.
No, he's just balding.
Oh, so
It's
he's like
not
a
my
monk,
choice.
but he's not a monk.
I want so badly to wax his bald head,
He's just balding,
make it squeak.
and he has a pretty well-trimmed goatee as well. Who wants to give me a history check real quick?
Lauren got a 22.
Let's let Lauren do the history check.
This is Count Clovis Underfoot. He is the mayor of Journey's End and is the ruling lord of this territory as well. As he gets up, you do know that Count Underfoot is not born into nobility, but because he has been running Journey's End for so long and so efficiently, that the Emperor did grant him a title of nobility in honor of it. So he is a self-made noble house. He has started the house of Underfoot and has been running this place for a good while, but is simply a merchant at heart. As he gets up to the center of the stage, he does begin addressing the crowd, and he says, "Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we gather not only to honor those lost in the chaos of the Dreamquake, but to remember the light they brought to our lives. As these lanterns rise to the skies, may they carry our hopes, our dreams, and our love to those no longer with us. Let this dream vigil be a beacon of peace, guiding us through the darkness and reminding us that even in the quietest of nights, their memories still shine. Please light your lanterns and give remembrance to your loved ones." At this moment, it gets pretty quiet. Most people just kind of sit in their memories, remembering everything that happened during the Dreamquake and the individuals that they lost during that time. If you remember, Ms. Willowwind did give everybody a lantern. If you want to, you may light it. If you have someone that you have lost, specifically to the Dreamquake or at all in general, I would encourage you to maybe think of them. There's a chance you may hear something from them. If not, feel free to simply sit in the memory of it or to just celebrate those who have been lost in general.
I pull out my lantern and light it, and he reflects on himself because he in fact lost himself during the Dreamquake. That's really it.
You pull out the lantern and you light it. You let it sit in your hands for just a brief moment. As you let it sit in your hands, you feel warmth once again in your fingertips. A warmth that you thought had been lost, almost like blood pulsing through it once more. As soon as the sensation starts, it fades really quickly. As the lantern begins to rise, give me a perception check.
16.
16. As the lantern begins to fly up, once it's about 7 or 8 feet away from you, you hear a few different voices almost speaking over each other. It's very difficult to make out. You hear a younger male voice and a woman's voice. Which do you choose to focus on?
The woman's voice.
As you slowly tune away the younger voice and focus more on the woman's voice, You very quickly recognize it as your wife's. As she very eagerly tells you, Lauren, there is time, but you must hurry.
And Lauren just drops to his knees and starts sobbing.
It will be okay. There is still time. As the lantern reaches about 10 or so feet away, the voices fade and can't hear them anymore.
Once the, wave of emotion passes, it kind of like catches him off guard because Lauren's a very, typically very composed and methodical and logical, and it kind of just leaves him dumbstruck that he can still feel that much emotion in his current state.
Who wants to go next?
Okay. So, Corliss is thinking about brothers and sisters from the Dragon's Cavalry, as well as the Queen, who's kind of like, scooped him up out of the streets, and just thinking about, like, the family that he has come to know. So, it reflects on General Dekalik, Tomlin Feld, Eliza Retz, Gareth Stoneski, and then lastly, Dragar Colescale, and kind of focuses on Dragar Colescale, the friend that he lost from the Dreamquake.
You light the lantern, and as you go to let it rise, it almost feels heavy in your hands. As you try to lift it up further and further, you realize that it's being weighed down by all the souls that you carry, all the wills and the hopes of the wall. After a few moments, it does finally begin to lift off. You hear a series of voices, each of them pretty encouraging. Give me a perception check, though. 17. As you listen to the series of voices, you recognize pretty much all of them. They are all comrades that you lost at the wall. But most of the names you mentioned, you don't hear those voices. Gives you a lot of confidence that they're probably still alive.
Even Tomlin?
That's a good question.
Hey, yo!
Didn't hear his voice.
That gives me... Okay, so I'm filled with a little bit more hope. I am also, still sad, though, because there's a lot of voices crying out from my brothers and sisters. But...
As soon as the lantern is almost 10 feet away from you, you do hear one last voice. The general himself. You're still the wall, son. Stand firm.
I stand a little straighter, a little taller.
Yeah. Okay, only 2 more left.
Okay, Skeem is going to, as he lights his lantern, he's going to be turning his mind to the friend that he played a part in the death of, that still haunts him to this day, Milo.
As you light the lantern, it takes you several tries, almost as if it doesn't want to light or be lit. After a few more moments, you go through a couple matches, even pull out some sparking stones.
Come on, you turd, I'm trying to do something nice.
As you kind of set the lantern down on the ground and you're striking at it, give me a perception check.
23.
23, that's pretty good. As you're striking it and you see the sparks illuminate the ground right in front of you, you see a shadow of footsteps right in front of you. With each spark, you see them get a little bit closer and a little bit closer. As soon as you finally get the lantern lit, you can see the silhouette of a man standing in front of you. You look up and you make eye contact with Milo, and the only face you see is disappointment and displeasure. And he says, I don't want to hear from you. And the flame is snuffed out.
Woof.
Oh, man.
We're gonna go get some horchata.
Horchata. What a...
Okay. Rorik.
Rorik is thinking about a few different people that he knew when he was growing up, some of his childhood friends, people that he interacted with, who were killed during the Dreamquake. One person specifically is, I texted you about this, James. His name is Aldous Brashwood. He's actually somebody that he was very close with, and he actually had to kill this person because they were corrupted by the Dreamquake.
New dad lore?
No.
Dad lore.
No, it's Aldous Brashwood was a good friend of Rorik's, and during the Dreamquake, Rorik walked in on him trying to kill his family. Aldous' family was in jeopardy. Aldous was the brother of the girl that Rorik was in love with. Rorik didn't want her or her father or family to die, and so Rorik had to kill Aldous. And so he's felt guilty about that. And so now he's trying to view this as an opportunity to kind of help that move on.
As you light the lantern, it begins to rise for just a brief moment until it begins to linger at eye level for Rorik. As it lingers there for a brief moment, you feel your shoulders get lighter, as if something is trying to be lifted from you. You try to simmer on it for a little bit, but something just doesn't make sense yet. Give me an insight check. I'll give you advantage on this. 16. As you simmer and stew on it, you don't hear any voices, but you do feel the familiar presence of your friend. From what you surmise, it seems like Aldous doesn't want you to bear the weight of his death much longer. He wants you to remember it, but to not feel guilty about it.
Rorik is going to just start thinking about the hometown that they had. And I think there's going to be moments of sadness that are kind of washed away, or that are superseded by the good memories. He is going to start letting go and allowing himself to kind of move on.
As you sit and think about these memories, at first they're only the flashes and the visions of the bad. The times you were truly angry with him, the moment in which you killed him. But as you think more about the positive ones, as you supersede the negative memories with the positive ones, the lantern raises higher and higher until you finally find yourself smiling in the peaceful moments of the past. And at that moment, the lantern raises higher. Roll a d6 for me.
That's a 4.
4. I want you to increase your hit point maximum by 4.
Oh, wow.
What?
As you finally let this last lantern of the group go, you look up into the sky as you see dozens and dozens of lanterns rise up. At first, it's quiet, but a few moments later, you hear the soft sniffles and cries of several people, also followed by the occasional laughter as people embrace good memories, not just the sad and the painful ones. As soon as the last lantern breaks past the rooftops, the crowd silently begins to disperse. Most people stick around here in the marketplace, but a lot of people, they've done what they came to do and they're going back home for the night. It's late. But a lot of people still want to do some shopping and enjoy the evening. But it's still a solemn atmosphere. I want everybody to roll a d12 for me.
I got
8. I got 8.
A natural one?
A natural.
I got a natural 1.
Whoa.
I actually got
That's really bad.
double what Hunter got. I got 2 1s, an 11.
Snake eyes. Oh.
That is double.
2 1s.
2 1s. 2 is more than 1.
And 11 is
yeah.
more than 2.
11 is more than 2.
No, because 11 is 2.
11 is
1s,
2
so it's
ones.
the same as 2.
Guys,
Wait a minute.
I think the people are having a somber atmosphere.
Huh?
No, 2-1.
Wait,
Lauren and I are up on the roof.
Math is math.
It's got to be your bowl. Wait a minute.
As soon as the crowd is kind of dispersing a little bit, you hear subtle little thump, thump, as different fireworks start going off all over the place.
We're under attack.
They're bombing us!
They're connected to the back door.
Lauren, give me a perception check.
Oh.
24.
24, okay. As you are kind of like looking around, enjoying the fireworks, you kind of look down at your companions for a brief moment, and maybe it's just a trick of the light, something's messing with your eyes. You could have sworn Skeem had more than one shadow.
Hey guys, what you looking at?
I'm just chilling. I don't notice anything.
We turned
Another
out the
firework
lights.
goes off. Ooh, does he have 3? No, 4 shadows.
It's getting dark in here.
What?
Yeah, I think I see a cider stand. Do you want to go get some cider?
Sure. Hey, Corliss, I still don't have money.
Don't worry, bud.
You're the
I
best.
know.
You guys head towards the cider. There's a guy. He's got a nice little ladle, and he's like, "You want small, medium, large cider?
Skeem, what do you want?
A large cider?
You want a large cider?
You're one of
Boy,
those
this cup's the
friends.
size of your gullet."
Yeah, it's perfect for my gullet.
Oh, that's a good point. Silver piece for the gullet-sized cup.
I'll do a silver. I'll do a big, and we'll do a small for the orphan.
For the,
Copper.
the pouch,
ba-
pouch child.
The bag child.
Bag boy.
I'm sure that's the next
Yes.
horror movie.
I'm gonna hand him 2 gold pieces.
Wait,
Whoa. You get
the creature in the bag of holding, is that just Rico?
It's just Rico.
That whole time, I'm just walking along the rooftop watching them.
And I'm hopeful because that's a little bit meta of me. I was like trying to bring us over to cider just as like, well, like we're probably not going to stand there forever. We're going to go over there and there's probably going to be lights to cast more shadows. That was Ethan thinking
Yeah,
though.
okay.
Sorry everyone.
it's fine. You guys still got some dope cider.
That was what I was going
Bam,
for.
cider acquired.
Cider get. Do 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 do.
It's the Doctor Who episode in the library.
That's
what
I
you
was
said.
quoting. Right. Did you hear
The
my quote?
Vashtenarada.
Hey,
Yeah, I
turn
said
out the lights.
Hey, who turned out
Hey,
the lights?
who turned out the lights?
It got,
Hey, who turned out the lights?
It got dark in here.
Hey, who turned out the
Why
lights?
are you
That was a
making
good
sound
episode.
Oh, hey,
So,
sure he's dark in here, eh?
real quick, Ethan, your messaging ability, does that allow you to communicate with someone?
It's mind
he has
linked.
to
He has
trigger
to
it.
activate it.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
but
I
once he does,
trigger
you
it.
can have a conversation with
Yeah,
them,
as
right?
long as he
Yeah.
keeps it linked.
And we're within 70 feet. Then I can see you.
More than that.
Is Skeem still on your shoulders?
I assume they've kind of
Probably
gotten
not.
down.
Probably
The crowd's
just walking
thin.
Yeah.
around.
Rorik and Skeem, we're all together, but Rico is in my pouch.
So I'm gonna
His pouch. He's
I'm
in his
gonna
pouch.
kind of walk along the rooftops to get in front of where Corliss is, because he's like the taller of the group. And I'm using prestidigitation. I'm gonna, with like sparks, I'm gonna like try and spell out his name, so to see if to like get his attention.
You're holding a boombox.
Yeah,
Serenading
it's
me.
like John
Yeah.
Cusack. I'm just
It
holding
takes a
up
little
boom-
bit.
boombox.
The fireworks kind of blend in a
Yeah.
little, but
Yeah.
eventually Corliss does see you.
I look up at you. Oh, hey, it's Lauren.
And I'm pointing to my ear.
Okay, and then I'm gonna mind link.
What's the activation range?
70 feet.
Oh,
Yeah,
Are you
I'm-
within 70 feet?
I'm like, I don't know, 20, 25
yeah.
feet above him.
Hey, dude. Nice
Corliss,
weather we're having.
Corliss, I want you, when the next fireworks go off or as you're walking, I want you to pay attention to Skeem's shadow.
Shadow. And I look down at Skeem.
Skeem's got the big old cup of cider.
This is great. I'm not gonna finish this. This is way too much cider for me. You see how big I am?
his
You're just talking nonstop.
his entire
about the
muzzle.
Yeah, this is so much cider.
No one's even listening to you. You're just talking about it.
More
His
cider than I've had my
his
entire
entire
life.
face is just inside the bond.
I took 2 sips and I'm like, I'm done. This is too much cider.
Starts walking like waddle-ish.
You hear the cider just sloshing inside me.
And inside the cup, it's like a horn. That's what I've been imagining.
I only took
it
2
as.
sips and I like handed it to some stranger. But here, I can't finish this. This is too much. I'm just a little guy.
Too much.
Okay, so I am trying so hard to not be distracted by his monologue, his exterior monologue.
It is not interior. Yep.
Yep. And I'm looking at the shadows.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Okay. Shadows, but that's like my thing.
Shadows.
9.
Are you aware of the power?
Are you aware of the power of shadows? Correct.
It's on the board.
It's on the board.
No shadows.
Can I give him help on that since we're mind
Sorry,
linked?
what'd you roll?
9.
You can help him since you
We're
you gave him
mind
the
linked.
idea and you
Yeah.
told him about
Dude,
it.
I'm
so
not, I'm
roll
not
it-
seeing
roll-
anything, bro.
Try again.
Oh, okay. I'll try. Oh, that's the wrong one. Oh, that was a nat 20. Dang it.
It doesn't matter. It's
Okay, I'm rolling. That was a dirty 22.
Oh yeah, that's way more than.
I'm like, what are you talking about?
And then
as
your
you-
third eye opens. You're like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
As you're looking down, it kind of gets mixed up in the crowd and a few of the other lights. But as soon as the next firework goes off, you do notice that Skeem has 4 shadows.
Skeem, why do you have 4 shadows?
Wait, what?
I think that's
Rorik,
how
look at his
it's-
shadows.
I think that's how it's always been.
I rolled a 22 on a perception check.
So you do notice the 4 shadows. Skeem, are you gonna take a peek-see?
Sure. Perception, or is this like a self-assessment?
This is a perception.
This is a self-insight check.
Self-insight.
18.
18.
We're all rolling good.
Skeem, as you look down at your feet to see where the shadows are gonna be as soon as the fireworks go off, you don't see 4 shadows. You just see the 1.
I pick up Skeem by the scruff of his neck.
Hey, look! Hey, no, I'm looking. I'm looking right now. I don't know what school you went to, but this is this many, and I put up 1 finger. My shadows are this many.
James,
Rico, how many shadows do you see for Skeems?
Let me look, my liege.
He's gonna roll like a nat
How many
20.
fingers?
He starts like, I do not know. I only have these many knives.
No, use fingers, not knives.
My fingers are meant to only hold knives.
You literally haven't opened your hand in like weeks.
I can't anymore.
They're stuck. He's got lockjaw fists.
this is Edward Scissorhands, but Rico knife hands.
Rico, make tally marks in the dirt for how many shadows I have.
Oh, very well, my liege. He gets out of the bag and he starts carving down. He goes, 1,
Okay.
3,
Oh, no. A little bit lower.
4,
Lower still. 2.
8, right?
Nope, I just told you the answer. It wasn't even like a guessing game.
So Skeem admits that you have 4.
No, I told him what the next number was. I only have 1.
dynamic with Rico is amazing.
This is so
No, this wasn't even a guessing game.
I gave you the answer.
The scene from the Simpsons movie with the president.
No, was elected to lead, not to read.
Number 3.
Rico's just.
I was chosen to kill, my liege, not to count.
Oh my gosh.
1, 3.
He goes, 2.
Yep.
Okay, now 4. And he just like looks up at you.
You said it. Think of the second number you said.
1.
Second.
1. Can't even keep this.
Can we ask somebody else? No, wait. Let's move on from this bit because you guys are obviously wrong.
I am going to.
Rico's still trying to find out what comes
Here,
after
you
2.
keep working on that. Let us know what you find
James?
out.
I need to make some light or something.
Rorik is gonna look at Corliss's shadows.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Scheme's gonna check out everybody else's as well.
18.
18. Okay, Skeem, go ahead and give me that perception.
18.
18. As you guys kind of like are standing around in a circle, like you're about to take one of those feet pictures, you know?
With the star.
Yeah, exactly, with the star.
That all the white girls do.
Yeah. As you're looking down, examining each other's shadows, Skeem, you see everybody has 1 shadow. Rorik, you see everybody except Skeem has 1 shadow.
Okay, cool. Looks like we're all good.
That's one way of looking at it. That's also one opinion.
1 shadow, 1 shadow, 1 shadow.
4 shadows.
Nope.
And again,
Okay.
these are only noticed when the fireworks go off.
Only when the fireworks go off.
Yes.
I'm going to pick up a lantern from the cider
You're gonna
shack.
steal it from somebody who's like lighting
There's
it?
just one
Yeah.
that's one that a
Oh, no, I mean like a lamp.
no, a young child has just lifted their lantern up. You just grab it out of midair.
I crumple it up so it bursts into flames.
Goodbye, sister. No, give me that.
Hold on, I need this real quick.
Brother, it's so good to hear from. Crumple the lamp up. Like, sorry, bud.
Here's the ice string.
Gets cut off.
So good to hear. Her soul just. The lantern is her. He literally just killed a soul.
The kid's like beyond repair. Now.
It is now traumatized for life.
It's the blurry picture that you sent, Joe.
The black kid getting his face grabbed. Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's such a funny picture. I grab a lamp from the cider. I assume there might be one hanging up or something.
Yeah.
I need to borrow this for a second. And I bring it and I'm like walking around Skeem, but the shadow keeps going everywhere on the other side of Skeem because that's how shadows and lamps work.
You just worked through that so well. Holy crap. You figured that out. Like you worked your you talked yourself right through it.
And
How does he do it?
And then I'm looking around on either side. And are there four shadows or is there only one now?
As you kind of wander around Skeem, you get exactly as you described, just the one shadow kind of going around in circles. But as soon as you hear and the sudden light emerges, you do see the four shadows once again.
Looks like it's connected to the fireworks, and I really don't know what to say about this. You feel okay?
I feel fine.
Where are these fireworks coming from?
That's a good question.
Well, why don't we go investigate the fireworks?
Can I see where they're coming from being up that high?
Give me a perception check at disadvantage.
I still get the +5, right?
Yeah. Until you take a long rest or 24 hours pass.
I rolled 2 20s. 2 dirty.
We've been
ones.
rolling
Okay, I was about to
very
say.
No, I rolled a 15 and a 15.
Okay. As you kind of look around, you finally notice like the location where all the fireworks are coming from. It looks like it's one of the larger casinos. They're launching it from the roof.
Corliss, the fireworks are coming from the roof of a casino.
To the casino.
Oh,
Wait, what casino?
already there.
I don't know. What? No reason.
What casino are you talking about?
Where the fireworks are coming from. Lauren just told me.
Wait, do you think that the fireworks are what's casting these weird shadows on Skeem?
Yeah, because look, I do the lamp and there's no shadows.
extra
There's only his shadow. I walk around it and I chase the shadow.
You see
But
like a family walking by it. They're like, what the heck?
No, look, if I see
Covering
shadows over
their
there,
child's ears and like just
I'm
shuffling their child away.
I'm
It's
up-
okay, dear. Don't worry about this guy.
I'm up on the roof, and all I can't hear anything.
You
I just see Corliss moving the lamp in a circle around Skeem.
who still has like the gallon of freaking cider.
Look, I'm happy. I'm a happy guy.
Rico's arms are just sticking out of the bag.
Rico's trying to figure out what's
Rico's like,
trying to figure out
Still
the
trying
third
to figure
number.
out the right counting.
And like he just like says a number every once in a while, looks over at Skeem.
And Skeem just shakes his head every time.
This ain't it, Chief.
No, keep working.
All right, Corliss, I'm coming down there.
Okay.
You need help.
Yeah, I do. Thank you, Lauren.
It's like the one
Hot tub
adult.
bros for life.
It's the one adult at the party.
Yeah. It's like the parents trying to corral the kids.
Let's go. Okay, and then I put the lamp back. We're going to the casino.
Woo!
Come, children.
Gambling.
And thus we lead into gambling 2, Electric Boogaloo.
You thought we were done? No, we're just getting started, baby.
Gamblers never give up.
never
Never
quit.
give up. Never say what.
Look, I've dug myself so far. The diamond is right there. Okay.
It's there. It's coming. Come on.
So we make our way to the casino.
Lauren, give me a survival check to make sure you can keep your bearings. I'll give you advantage. Do you have the keen mind feat?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, I'll give you advantage.
If we get lost, I'll go into third person view.
19.
Okay. So you're able to keep your bearings pretty well. You're not 100% sure how far it is, but you're going to be able to keep heading in the exact direction that it is.
Okay.
As we're walking along, Rorik is putting together everything that we've kind of learned about Red Gold. And I pose the question to the rest of the guys. Do you think that this casino might be connected to Red Gold?
He likely owns most of the casinos in the city.
Do we know that he owns at least one casino?
I mean, he's the loan shark of
He's
everything.
got his hands in everybody's pockets in the city.
Yeah, it does seem like the type of institution that he would be able to use as a front cover or something.
Yes.
I think that we ought to be prepared to potentially run into either Red Gold or his lackeys.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I concur. Let's go.
You guys walk through the city for about 30 minutes until you come up to a nice large intersection where at the corner of this intersection is a massive black and silver building with a nice illuminated sign on the front of it calling itself the Lux Pavilion. Lauren, go ahead and give me a history check real quick.
Okay.
I straight up thought that you said that the sign was just gonna be illuminating and say Red Gold.
Red Gold. You found it.
With
Red
arrows
Gold
pointing.
here.
Doink.
I only got a 10.
only got a 10. That's going to be pretty well enough. You know that the Lux Pavilion is the casino.
I'm home.
It's like Caesar's palace.
Yes.
Hey, that place is
With
fun.
that, you know that you can't just walk in.
I try to walk in.
Skeem, stop.
Okay.
You can't do
Convince
that.
me.
Would I know like how to get in?
You're going to need a little bit more information based off that history check. Unfortunately, you don't know like details.
Okay. Rico,
Yes.
I want you to try and here. Let me hold your knives momentarily. I will keep them safe.
It's like
promise.
painful to open his
He
wrist.
like one finger at a time like
Okay. There it is.
that's one.
Hey.
You're learning.
Knuckles crack.
You're learning.
Learning.
2.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
6.
No,
Ah, you were so close.
new record.
What comes after 2, my lord?
7.
7.
No, stop it. We're making so much progress.
8.
You
Okay.
can't do it without a montage scheme. You know
And
this.
3.
You know the number 3.
Okay.
You know the number
Look.
3.
Rico, I will keep this right here, and I just like tuck it in my belt.
Okay.
Dude,
It'll
it is like
be here when you come
corroded.
back.
It is corroded to like perfectly grip his hand.
Molded to his hand.
Yeah.
Now, Rico, I want you to attempt to walk into that. Did you see that big, bright, shiny building?
Yes, my liege.
I would like you to attempt to just walk inside.
Understood.
Okay.
And he starts waddling off.
Rico's about to die.
Just watch, gentlemen.
There's a good like stairwell that goes up to the main doors, so he has to walk up it. Like whenever you see those like law TV shows and you see those courthouses with all the stairs that go up, that's the Lux Pavilion. This place is grandiose, massive, 10 stories tall, one of the biggest buildings in the entire city, and is just elaborate. As he walks up the stairs, before he even makes it halfway up, you see a couple of security guards come up. You see them have a little altercation. Rico tries to shove past them, and they just like pick him up, and you see him like take off his shirt and start like going up the stairs.
Attaboy, Rico.
And then they run up, grab him, and they take him down. And they set him down, and you see him talk a little bit further, and he points over at you guys. And they pick him up and they take him. Is this your son?
My
No,
boy.
it's his son.
And they give him to you and says,
unhand him.
please keep him away from
He
the
squishes
pavilion."
me.
Gentlemen, might I ask why nobody is allowed inside?
It's the Lux Pavilion, sir. Unfortunately, it's either high-profile individuals, members, or invitation only.
Of course. I should have known. Who would we need an invitation from?
Oh, well, Lysandra herself.
Of course. Can I history check that?
Yes, of course.
I'm gonna attempt to get inside, and I think everybody else should too with persuasion.
Dirty 20.
Yeah. Lysandra Noctra has been the manager of the Lux Pavilion for a decade or so now.
Okay.
She's known to be incredibly beautiful and very charming.
You're such a well-spoken and knowledgeable bouncer. I'm
That's his history check.
Yeah, that's-
no, but I'm just responding to what the bouncer said thus far.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you seem very, very well versed. I'm a little surprised you're not just immediately letting us in. You do know who this, I reference to Rorik is, right?
No, I do not.
No?
Please keep watch of your son, sir. And they walk away.
Don't even give me a chance to play the game.
Rico, come here.
Yes, my liege. You see one of the security guards come back and says, "Oh, his shirt."
Oh, thank you. And
It sticks to the
I
security guard's hand.
I pick it up, and when I pick it up, it just stays firm. It doesn't.
It's just like molded to
Yeah.
his body.
Miko, put this back on.
It's starched.
It's like the
Yeah,
Lego.
starched with grease.
He just like holds up his hands and it just like falls perfectly
bonk,
onto him.
and it just like rattles onto him.
It's
Rico,
SpongeBob
here,
SquarePants
and I flip him some
pants.
gold and hand him his knife.
Thank you, my liege.
You've done very well. Thank you.
So we need either invitation, status. Well, you're from the Dune Desert. How many
that's what
people
it's
do they
called.
get? Oh, the Tomb Desert. That's
There you go.
Don't you know who this is? This is the Lisan Al Gaib.
yeah. Lisan Al Gaib them and like
This is Muad'Dib himself.
I have like crazy blue eyes for a second.
Everyone's just like, ah!
Well, my plan was to like make one of us seem like some high profile individual.
I am high profile. I lead the Dragon's Cavalry.
No,
I have a medallion and everything.
That's very impressive. Corliss.
He laughs.
Hold on, give me a second.
Skeem.
Good thing I have resistance to psychic damage. Because
Skeem, that was kind of mean.
No, it's very impressive. It really is.
I don't think you mean that.
Devin's voice. It's just Skeem.
I don't think
evil.
I don't think
Evil
that
little
was
lizard.
very nice. Gentlemen, we would need an invitation from Lysandra Noctis herself.
I'm gonna go into third person and look at the roof.
You third person and you take a little peek-see up on the roof. Give me a perception check.
I perceive. Can I get some help?
Corliss, what does your floating eye see?
Try.
Not much.
Look beyond what you see, and I help you.
Look,
I'm
look
hesitant
with your
to
special
accept.
eyes.
My breath.
My brand.
Okay, I'm helping you.
Okay, good, because I got a nat 1. Let's fix that. Ugh, all right, 12.
Well, you look around and you see several different fireworks launchers. You see an entire team of individuals, maybe half a dozen, as they seem to be loading up. One person does seem to be more in charge. He's kind of just telling people what to do, checking inventory, stuff like that. You can't hear anything, but that's what you see.
Interesting.
So is the goal like go up there and see why fireworks would allow us to see extra shadows, or
I think
cause?
so, because I think
it's
it has
clearly
something
the
to do
fireworks.
with the, yeah, it has something to do with the fireworks.
Something related to that.
I mean, like, do we even need to get inside the casino? Can we just get on the roof?
We could try just climbing.
How high is the roof?
It's 10 stories up.
That's not
tall.
really
100
not
feet.
bad.
It's like 100 feet.
So I can fly.
I can vortex warp someone 90 feet. That's not far enough.
So
I'm feeling
even-
like a grappling hook is in order.
We have
So
one.
even right now, it's a big building, but even with its elevated height, Vortex Warp should be able to teleport people up there if you upcast it.
Upcasting, I can target multiple targets. Correct?
No, it
It just
extends the range.
Okay. Because if we can get into a little more like secluded area, I think that would all work.
Yeah. Should we just do? I think we
Let's
should
just do that.
All right, let's just do that.
Yeah.
Is there like a back alleyway?
The Lux Pavilion kind of stands on its own. Like there is no alleyways around it. It's mostly like the road.
I could throw you in the air and then vortex someone.
Ooh.
Make up.
Oh wait, hold on. Corliss
You carry
grabs
me.
Lauren.
Fly.
Lauren flies up halfway.
Yeah, we get up halfway. I vortex warp someone up, and then the fourth person just figures out a way to get on the roof. You two, rock paper scissors, go.
Rorik is just gonna be standing in the street, like bouncing, like rolling back and forth on his
tiptoes, yeah.
He's gonna do that like that idle animation type thing
Yeah.
where he just like rocks back and forth on his feet like he's bored.
Maybe I could make 2 trips.
I mean, I don't see why that would be a problem. You can fly.
Yeah, can I?
But like, would that be conspicuous if a person is flying to the roof?
It's a very
of the
tall
casino?
building. And I imagine, like, I don't know, it's dark.
It's probably very extremely well lit up.
I hope not.
There's a lot of bright lights going out, but it's mostly dark outside.
Or we Ocean's 11 this and walk through the front door, all sneaky like.
We can't get in the front door.
We can try again.
What about
Rico.
What about a back door?
Oh, maybe that's also good.
That's probably a good idea.
What if we disguise ourselves as janitors? And then the people who are small,
It'd
we
be
just
weird if
put
a
a trash
bunch of
can.
janitors showed up all at the exact same
What
time.
about 2 of us?
Two
janitors.
janitors.
You small folk.
And
we'll-
then
we'll
we have
carry you
trash
in
cans.
trash cans.
on the
Are,
wheels.
are you trying to say that small folk are trash?
I may or may not
Lauren,
be.
I don't think you can say
I
that.
think I am.
What's your problem?
I wasn't trying to say that.
I've known you for like a year, and like now you start telling me your feelings.
I never said you were trash. I just
Lauren,
said I'm putting you in a trash can to hide you.
If you were home
From the
and
world.
a small person were to walk through the door unannounced, what would you do?
What does he say to me as he walks in?
I'm assembling a team.
You son of a bitch, I'm in.
I thought you were gonna say something else.
Wait, is that Is that how Rogi became part of your employ?
Pretty much.
He walked in and said,
I'm assembling a team.
I'm assembling a team. Well, you're my
I said,
employee now.
You're disgusting, but I'm in.
Can I walk around the back to see if there's a door?
Yeah, sure, you can walk around.
Oh,
the
wait,
back.
I'm gonna
Skeem.
walk around
okay.
the scheme,
So-
but keep rambling.
Please,
Me and
please
Clovis
leave.
are just, we're having a hypothetical conversation. Like,
What if we
What's your
describe
what's
our
your
plans?
wisdom saving throw?
Ooh, I have.
I might just
I have advantage on
cause
wisdom.
fear so you can't follow me.
I have advantage on wisdom saving throws.
All right, Scheme,
Okay.
come on, let's go.
We're probably vastly overthinking this. Is there like a first story window or a second story window that we can climb into?
So there, the Lux Pavilion is very casino-esque, where like the bottom floor does have like the classic lit, but they are tinted. So you can see lights coming from them, but all the lights on the building are the artificial lights of either magic crystals or other such sources. So they don't allow a lot of light in, so people can't tell what time it is while they're inside.
You know
Okay.
what?
That's an actual casino strategy.
There
Yeah, it
could
is.
even be like magic-y stuff going on that protects this building.
I would put money on that.
Maybe we should.
I would hold on. Let me say that again.
Ooh.
I would put money on that
I get it because it's a casino.
because it's a casino.
I gave you the
I'm going
snacks.
to cast Detect Magic on the building.
All right, go for it.
See if there's anything.
There wasn't a barrier, but now there is.
Aha. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, are you gonna cast it as a ritual, or are you just?
Yeah, no, I'll ritual cast it.
Okay, perfect. So you guys kind of spend 10 minutes. While you're casting that, Skeem did want to go around the building. As you walk around the building, you very quickly realize that there is just the one entrance through the front doors. Give me an insight check.
This building ain't up to code. There ought to be a few extra
Sorry, what?
fire escapes.
19. So exactly as Braden said, logically speaking, there's got to be another entrance or exit somewhere. You've gone around the entire building and there's only the one, like, they're big doors, don't get me wrong, but the fact that there's only one entrance seems kind of weird.
Could I look around for some sort of like hatch leading to a basement?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Give me an investigation check. I do want to ask though, if you want to do just like I search all the roads around the building, that's going to be a bit of a higher DC, but if you specify a certain area like one side of the building or something, that's going to be a lower DC.
Okay, could I just say not other buildings, but just this building? Just like do another loop around just this building?
Sure thing. Give me an investigation check. In the meantime, as you finish crushing that detect magic, you get a whole series of different abjuration and divination spells attached to this building.
So if we were to breach that, it would set off some kind of alarm. essentially.
Exactly.
I also just don't know dispel magic.
Okay. So, yes, but actually no. That's the answer you were looking for.
Exactly.
Okay.
After Lauren and I took our spa trip together, we really bonded.
We really bonded. Just a couple of bros now. Scheme.
People.
They're the worst.
They're the worst. Scheme, what did your investigation find?
Fat nothing.
What'd you roll?
5.
So as you go right into the front, you do find a manhole cover.
What? What?
Right in the very
Right in
front.
the very front.
Yeah, the only thing I found was this thing that I was looking for.
Oh, wow. I think we all saw that and just didn't pay attention. Good job,
Scheme, I think that's just a manhole cover.
it's just the
Maybe,
sewers.
hey, who's to say it's a manhole cover, huh?
You're right.
It could be a kobold hole
I should
cover.
be more progressive.
Okay, can someone crack this open?
I run over there and I will try to lift it.
Give me an athletics check.
Okay. Do you want to like cause a distraction so people aren't like, why are they lifting a manhole cover right in
Yeah,
front
yeah,
of
I got
the
you, I got you.
pavilion?
There's a decent crowd, but honestly, the crowds are beginning to thin. It's getting late.
Okay. So we don't look conspicuous lifting this up in the middle of the street.
I mean, when was the last time you walked down a road and you saw a group of people lifting up a
Just
manhole
random
cover?
people.
Yeah, but I
That
feel like
wasn't like teenagers.
if I did see it, I'd probably be like, man, what the heck is going on
Yeah,
over
see,
there?
exactly. So that's the point I'm trying to make, is like you guys are gonna look weird, but who's going to really call you out?
Yeah,
Lauren,
true.
do you have minor illusion?
I have alter self, but I'm not a very strong individual.
Well, I was just thinking like minor illusion, alter self, some like safety vests. like the road
Actually.
hazard, like the
my-
reflective
Get
tape.
some cones.
Can't really do that.
So minor illusion would be able to do like a vest for a person.
The person lifting the manhole.
Yeah, there
Wait
you go.
a second. What
I mean, I
about?
can make someone invisible.
But it is like a stagnant image, I believe.
So just don't move.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
don't bend
It's,
over.
it's all,
bend.
so you have to bend over into position and just lift with your
don't
arms.
move your torso.
but like you can only move your arms and
Don't
you're in
move
a
your
plank
torso
position.
at all.
James, Rorik is going to look for any buildings that are close by that have similar construction style to the casino. Only because in real life, I know of some casinos that they have smaller affiliate buildings that are immediately beside the main building, which might be the place that is the outside of a tunnel.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
While you do that, I'm gonna lift this manhole cover.
I'll assist you, Britton. I mean,
Okay.
Rorik.
You ready, Skeem? Hot dog.
Ooh.
I got a dirty 20 on that investigation check.
20. Okay, 1 second. Let's find out what this roll was.
I got a nat one.
Okay.
I broke a fingernail.
So Skeem.
You tore your ACL.
I'm
Trying
like
to lift
in
it.
a diver's
But he got better.
position. I'm in a diver's position at the edge of this manhole, just waiting and ready for
So-
my very capable teammate
so-
to open it.
Corliss, you go to lift this manhole cover, and you're lifting and lifting. It isn't budging.
It's a
but
push.
you look up and you realize Skeem is standing on the manhole.
Hey, no, this is his now one, not mine.
I slip a disc.
Because you're so angry at him.
Every morning you roll a nat 20, and if you get a nat one, your back is acting up for that day.
Yeah.
Okay, Rourke, you got a dirty 20? Very good. So you start walking around the building. You guys have kind of patrolled around it a few times at this point now, and you do notice that at the back of the building across the street, you do notice a building that's about 2 stories tall. Not nearly as big as the other ones around it, but it's pretty wide, and it has a large warehouse door in front of it that does have the same darkened color as the Lux Pavilion.
This is a little bit more inconspicuous away from where all the crowds are, right?
No matter where you go around the Lux Pavilion, there's going to be people.
I'm gonna go grab the other guys.
What you got, Rorik?
There is a smaller subsection of this building, I believe, that might hold a tunnel, a dedicated actual tunnel, from the warehouse
Not a
to this
poo-poo.
building.
Dedicated actual tunnel.
All right, let's go check this out.
I just take them over to the...
So again, you guys meander your way over here. To re-describe the building, it's a pretty wide one, couple of stories tall. Over on the right, you see a normal entrance. There's a few windows up at the top. No windows are on the first floor. And there's a big warehouse door on the left side of the building.
Want to open the door? Or should
let's
we-
scout out this building. I haven't been
Scope it
around
out
to the
first?
other sides of this building. Let's go check. And then Rorik is going to start trying to look to see if there is any alternative exits or entrances to this building.
So
I'm gonna
as you-
remark on the architecture. Yes, French Rococo style, and it definitely matches the Flux Pavilion.
What are you
Did
saying?
you just say? Did you say the Flux Pavilion?
Yeah, that's the
The
casino.
Lux
The
Pavilion.
Lux
Lux Pavilion.
Yeah.
It's the flux
French Rococo
capacitor.
style. Definitely matches the Flux.
The whole
Pavilion.
operation is run by Tony Lazzuto.
Tony Lazzuto
What was that?
must have been the wind.
Is there like any kind of like windows? They might be higher up that look inside. Are
Yeah,
they?
so like I said, there's a few windows on the second floor. There are no windows on the bottom floor.
Scheme. You want to get on my shoulders and I give you a boost and see if you can look inside the windows?
Yeah, I got you.
Go ahead and roll a d12 for me.
Oh,
D12.
Both of them?
Maybe someone catches you.
Just whoever's peeking in, so either Skeem or Corliss.
I think
let's say you're peeking.
Okay. I got a 19 for perception. My D12 is 7.
As you fly up and you start peeking in through windows, you do see that a good chunk of this area up here is mostly either storage or is a break room for employees.
Okay, do I see anybody?
You do see a couple people. One person's taking a nap on the couch. Another person seems to be having either dinner or lunch, depending on his shift. It's hard to tell.
Operation Janitors.
Is a go.
It's greenlit, baby.
Get to put them
The
in
eagle
trash
has
cans.
landed. Repeat, the eagle has landed.
Never been more excited to be a janitor right now than right now.
Wait a minute.
All right, come on, Trash Panda. Throwing you. You want to just be a raccoon and I just put you in the trash can?
I'll just get in like a trash can.
No,
Wait,
we can just
should-
stick with that.
As you two kind of cycle up, on the sides, you don't find any extra doors, but once you come around the back, you do see someone who's smoking as he puts out the cigarette and then walks in through a back door.
Ah.
Walk in a bold back door.
Rorik, catch that door. You're a quick little man.
Rorik's footsteps. Pitter patter, pitter patter, pitter patter, pitter patter. And then he breathes like a pigeon.
Rorik is gonna try and run forward and catch the door from closing. I don't know if the door will automatically lock or anything like that, but
No, that's a good move. You're going to have to travel a little bit of a distance, so I'm going to say give me an acrobatics check or some sort of dexterity. I'd say a dex saving throw, but it's not really like harming your life, so I'm going to go with acrobatics.
can I get advantage if I like extend my warhammer or something to try and like
If you
hook
were
onto the
using
other
a
side?
thinner weapon, yes.
What about my crowbar?
I'll grant it.
Acrobatics. 13.
As you swing up, you are able to catch the door, but you do hear like dink, like a little clank as you make contact with it.
Instinctually, I'm just going to run over to Rorik, dive down and touch him, and cast invisibility on him.
Okay. So you zip up and cast invisibility. A few moments pass and no one approaches the door.
Nobody cares. They're all just part-time workers.
Be safe.
I want to try and pull the door open.
Wait, hold on. I want to try something. How mad would you guys be if I tried something funny?
You should do it.
I mean, if it's going to ruin everything, I just wasted a second level spell.
Don't worry. Worst
so
case scenario, we kill everybody.
That's like a very bad case scenario.
I've done that in another campaign, and I only got to play that character one session.
Yes.
Don't worry.
Likewise.
This will be fine. If not, I may need to borrow some more money.
Oh no.
How much money do I even?
Hold on. We'll see. We'll
You're
see.
in debt to me by like 420 gold or something. Are you keeping track?
421.
No.
It's 421.
It's 421.
Yeah, because I bought the cider. Anyways, I walk in through the door.
You walk in through the front door. As you walk into this area, it looks like it's mostly an office type space right here with another door down the hall and to the left that probably leads into the warehouse type area. Right on your left is a desk with somebody sitting behind it, kind of a plump dwarvish man with a newspaper up, kind of going through it. It looks like this is the area where people come in to clock in. You see a whole little mechanism and different sheets with names on it over on the right.
Okay. Hey, where can I find the stairs to the basement?
And he kind of like points. He says, "You should know."
All right, thank you. I poke my head out the front door. Hey guys, come with me.
I mean,
Why? Where are we going?
well, Lauren and I are at the back of the
Yeah, we're at the back.
They're not. Yeah, they're not with us.
I yell.
It's just me.
Hey, go fly over to the guys. We're all just gonna walk in.
And I'm just gonna like Yoda hovercraft mode my way to the other side of the building.
So while you're hovercrafting over and you're having this conversation, I'm going to allow these two to act real quick if they so desire.
I mean, at this point, nobody's shown up, so we'll probably get up and walk inside.
Okay. As you
door.
walk inside, you look over to your left and you do see a door that leads into what we know is the office space. And there's a stairway that goes up above into the break room that you guys have also seen as well.
Okay.
Here in this area, you see some shelves over on the left side and the right side of it, the warehouse door across from the building from you. But mostly it looks like from the warehouse door, it's a ramp that goes down underneath.
Are there any like cubbies or like storage lockers that the employees might put their stuff?
On this wall right next to you, to your right, you do see a series of different lockers.
Rorik, check those lockers. You're invisible. Go.
Rorik is going to, crowbar in hand, walk over to the lockers and try and jimmy the doors open.
Seems like most of the lockers are unlocked. Doesn't seem like most people are super worried about it. I mean, they weren't really expecting you guys to be breaking in.
Rorik is gonna just start looking through the lockers to see if there's anything like keys or something that might be useful.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
While he's doing that, I'm just gonna pop over to the door to the left.
To the left.
Inevitably
Yeah.
leads to the
You
break
open
room.
it up and you make eye contact with Skeem.
Hey, Lauren, it's over here.
No, it's back here.
Is that the direction that the guy pointed?
No, the guy pointed to the door that.
No, I meant.
Okay. Yeah,
back here.
it's over there.
Yeah, it's back here. I
It's
know.
over there.
I know. I found it.
Hey, Corliss, it's over here.
I've made my way by this point to the other door.
Now he's coming the door we're
I'm just
in.
gonna like go in through there.
Nothing's fast.
And also my like flight has probably worn off by now. I get to that door and I imagine like my feet touch down. I'm like, oh.
Probably, yes, actually.
And I hear that, and I flip around. Oh, hey, Corliss.
Okay.
Where is
real
it?
quick.
Nobody's
Rorik,
here.
what was your investigation?
Got a nat 1.
Nat 1.
No.
So
It's the best heist ever.
Not even a heist yet.
you start opening lockers and you just see clothes here and there, but you don't find any keys or even valuables.
Rorik,
I want to take some of the clothes.
Okay.
what are you doing?
You have a couple outfits now.
Guys,
Looks
I
like
don't-
normal clothes.
Disguises.
Only women's clothes.
Guys, I don't think we need
What color
to
are
be
my underwear?
very quiet.
Smack.
Shouldn't you know?
What color's my underwear? Whoosh. To our viewers, if you know what that's from, put it in the comments. You'll get some fate points.
Sure, in life.
Anyway, Rorik decides not to actually take the clothes, and he just puts them back. And then he's gonna start walking down the ramp.
Do we want to check upstairs?
I am going to look around the warehouse and see if there's any uniforms.
All right. Perfect. Give me an investigation check.
How about I investigate the lockers?
Too late. 17 with a -1. I'm not very good at investigating.
Should have had me do it.
So you poke through some of the lockers. You do find a lot of outfits where it looks like just normal day-to-day clothes, like these are the individuals who are on shift. But you do find a couple of dealer uniforms.
Ooh, one in my size.
How many are there?
Yes.
I
How
put it
many?
He found 2 of them. They're both about his size, so for the tall folk.
on.
Classic. Classic.
Yeah, we'll slip those on.
It's
just
the
in
inherent
case.
racism
Sizists.
of the DM.
It's sizists.
I'm gonna. Didn't you
Absolutely
say?
sizist.
Didn't you say when they were peeking in the windows, there's like cargo crates or whatever somewhere?
No, upstairs is a break room. So yeah, they have some storage and stuff like that, but it's mostly like there's couches and a few other places for them to keep
All right.
food
Well,
and stuff.
while I'm dressed as a dealer, I'm gonna walk upstairs and take a peek around.
All right, you walk upstairs. It looks like there's only 3 people here right now. One guy's just sleeping on the couch, another guy's eating his meal, and the last guy's just reading a book on one of the chairs.
Okay. Do I see anything up there?
So it's exactly as I described. There's a lot of
Nothing
boxes
there.
and stuff. It's a break
There's a guy
area.
asleep on the
Just a break
couch.
area.
There's a guy eating a meal.
And there is a book being read by a guy.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
ooh.
The guy that's sleeping on the couch, is he asleep?
No, actually.
Now,
Okay, well,
here's the
I
kicker.
walked down into the
Nothing
basement.
big. Yeah. Let's
you,
go back
Let's execute
downstairs.
authority, man. We need to corral these.
All right, there's
these
nothing there.
hooligans.
So we're dressed in our dealer uniforms. How should we sneak them in?
Do you have
Or should
silver,
we just-
Do you have like a silver tray with a cover?
With an apple? You just put an apple in your mouth?
Skeem, I need you to get naked.
I was waiting for you to say that.
All right, get in.
I take off my robes, revealing slightly smaller robes.
I'm like, good enough. Revealing a 6-foot-long trench coat.
How did you fit that there?
Are there some rolly trash cans or rolly crates that look like
That would
they?
probably be best.
Because like as a dealer, I don't know, somebody maybe another janitor.
Or like,
oh, I
like
can
a-
take that.
like
You don't
a-
need that.
You know, quote unquote, like food cart that we can put them under.
So you do find a singular food cart where like it has the slidey things on the bottom of it
Yeah.
to store some stuff, and then the sleek silver top.
Rorik and Skeem, jump in.
Yeah.
Done.
Okay.
All right.
I'm
going
gonna
to
need you both to give me acrobatics checks to fit in there though.
I got a 7.
7. Okay. Let's see if Scheme can clutch this.
6.
6. You guys are just the most uncomfortable you've ever been.
I'm gonna just walk.
What
you
if-
you can have it? It's yours.
get
I'm
in.
in.
And
Rorik is
just
invisible.
walks
Is
'cause he's
invisible.
invisible. No one's gonna see him anyway. So
Sure.
Down the ramp we
problem
go.
solved. Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay. Perfect. You guys go down the ramp. The ramp loops around. It's a kind of a long one. It looks like this is meant for wagons and other things to be dragged down here in order to get shipments and other supplies into the Lux Pavilion.
Good thing I got this cart.
Yeah. It loops around doing a full 180, but it kind of has to do it in a bit of a long way so other carriages or horses could make the turns nice and comfortably. You guys make the loop around as you're also going downwards at the same time. You eventually come to a pretty long hallway, all pretty well lit. Like it's never dim, it's never dark in anywhere you've been so far. But as you can see, just a little bit of a ways away, you do find a gate. Iron bars from ceiling to floor. It looks like the bars are inside the flooring, so you'd either have to straight up cut through them, or find a way to pass around them or something, you can't exactly just remove the door or something.
Is it like a portcullis type thing? Like it could possibly open, or it's literally just grated?
It's difficult to say at this range.
So from what it looks like, it's like jail bars.
Yeah. You do see a few individuals there, and they do have desks and tables on the other side of the grate. It looks like it's kind of a security check to make sure people can't do what you're doing.
Good thing we're better than most people that try this. I walk confidently.
Are there
to
people
the
on
gate.
this side of the gate?
No, they're
They're
all
just on the other side. How many? You said there was like 2 or 3. Okay.
How close to the bars are they?
Two of them are pretty close. One of them standing back a little bit. He's at a desk.
Does anybody know the spell Imperio?
What?
That's Harry Potter.
I think it would work for this situation.
That's definitely Harry
We
Potter.
can always try to spell murder.
Well,
That's
like,
just power word kill.
are there any of the guards? Are they within arm's reach of the gate?
No.
Well, dang. Lauren,
What's up?
so what if we approach this as you are scoping out a potential partnership here where you can supply this casino with clockworkmen as butlers or people to work in as floor staff,
but not
Okay.
dealers.
but not necessarily
Not
as
giving up my
dealers.
job.
But this is a preliminary check on like what is this business that I'm going to be getting involved
Okay.
with.
Okay.
But
yeah,
again, the
we'll
more
roll
truth,
through
the
that.
better.
I will
Because
be as
if-
truthful as possible.
Well, here's the thing: you could actually have intent to do this.
yes.
Yeah, because like you've probably
some
done
point.
stuff like this
Yes.
before,
Yes.
and you guys can also just be like, I work for him, and like we're the 3 of us are together, and I'm just the dealer that.
Well, you're the guy
is like,
who's
I'm
you're
the connection.
Yeah, you're helping us get in and
Yeah.
look around.
Yeah.
He's
which is
our-
what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
have
think
to
we
deal
just gotta
with
pull the
roles.
trigger.
Yep.
Go.
Send it.
Okay.
Walk. Okay. We
And
walk
we
around
start
the corner.
walking around the corner.
You guys walk around the corner. Do you have the food crate tray?
No, I'm gonna leave that.
Okay, perfect. So you're the only one in the uniform. These 3 are your guests. I believe, Corliss, you are in the front.
Probably, and I'm like,
Okay.
This is the casino. This is where I walk into
Yes,
work
of course.
every day.
Of
This is
course.
my thing.
So as soon as you walk around, you do see the 2 guards that were standing on either side. They were kind of relaxed, but they immediately like stand up straighter and they face you and they watch every single step you guys take.
and I give like a
Hi guys.
You just see them do like the very stern like nod.
yeah.
As you approach, once you get within 10 feet of the gates, you immediately feel almost drained is the only word I could describe it. You are immediately severed from your divine magic. All of your weapons and your armor feel a little heavier as their magic is canceled out as well. You
Couldn't
are
be me.
you are in an anti-magic circle.
Those are the worst kinds of circles there are.
Circles used to be well respected in this community.
But remember, we were expecting this.
Yeah.
Yeah. We planned for this.
No, I know. I just didn't realize how depressed I'd feel. I really feel bogged down.
I too
weight
feel
of the
depressed when I don't
world.
have magic.
On you.
Tell me, these are some impressive security measures the casino has. This is
Yeah, I
pretty
do.
assuring.
Yeah,
I do quite like it.
I never get used to it. Trust me, I walk through this, and every time it always hits me.
It
Feels
just
like-
feels so different from the rest of the world.
Well, it feels like every time you walk through, it feels like it's the first time.
exactly.
it's very
and it's
unsettling.
but that's how effective it is. That's
good,
how
that's
effective
good.
these fields are.
That
and
bodes
these
well.
and the security does not look very lax in any way. Like it's
No.
impressive, really.
No, they know what they're doing. They know how important the
is
Lux
it-
Pavilion
now-
is.
Now, is it like this throughout the casino?
Oh, I mean, we can definitely go and just take a look, and you can see for yourself
That would be
that it is.
advisable. I would like to do that.
We do want to know what we're going to be like
Yes.
working with when we
Should
we start up
if-
this
Of-
partnership.
Of
Yes.
course. No,
If I'm
that
going
makes
to
perfect
supply
sense.
the casino with my handiwork, I would like to know it's in good hands.
Perfectly makes sense. Like, and for example, we have a very clear checkpoint here. So, and we're gonna go through. We're probably gonna get you some guest name tags that like you guys are guests in the hotel. And gentlemen, would you be able to help us out here? And I gesture to the guards.
Okay. I'm not going to ask for a deception roll. I'm going to ask for a group performance check.
Hey!
That's okay.
So, this is what we can do. All 4 people can roll a performance check, no disadvantage or advantage or anything, or 1 person can roll a performance check for the entire party at disadvantage because you're doing it for everybody. Then it's just raw. If 1 person flubs it, then they see that person as
everybody
clearly.
flubs
Okay, so it's not a
So we all have to hit the
Like
DC, essentially.
the correct answer is to have one person with good charisma roll with disadvantage.
Yeah.
All right, I got
Yeah.
this.
No,
Okay.
send it.
Scheme.
Let's see it,
Scheme,
Corliss.
full send. You're the most proficient performer here.
Okay, the whole time I'm just like doing the cha cha. Okay,
I'm whispering to myself.
first roll. 13, but I'm gonna second roll potentially throw in some 9. Yeah, I'm most definitely going to throw in some Tides of Chaos.
Let's go. So with Tides of Chaos, because you had disadvantage, I'm going to say you get to roll one more time.
Okay. And this is the roll.
The result is what we take.
Okay. 26.
Hey, that'll do it.
That's
There it
pretty
is.
good. That's
Well done.
pretty good.
Well done.
I got a nat 1 and a 5 for my 2 rolls.
And then
I
what'd you roll
told you
there?
I could have done
That
it.
one time I rolled an 18.
18?
18.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great.
So we will get wild magic next time.
Okay.
Yes.
I do want to explain the thought process going on here, so I want somebody to roll an insight check so I can kind of give a little bit more explanation.
I'll insight. You can give me help.
On insight? Yeah, I can.
That's
help
bad. I still only got an.
You can tell they have accepted the performance. They believe that you are businessmen. They are still suspicious about the timing. So as you guys approach and you give this whole spiel and everything, one of the guards approaches you, Corliss, looks you in the eyes, and then without breaking eye contact, kind of gestures over to the person behind him and says, "Schedule." As he kind of like goes through a few papers and he says, "No one's on break right now. No one's returning back yet. Not for 10 more minutes."
No, yeah, there's a couple more guys still in the break room. This is not on the schedule. I'm not gonna lie. This is kind of a last second thing because it's the end of the day. This is when most people are at the casino, as we know. This is when it's busiest. This is when we want to make sure that our security measures are in check and up to standard. That it's not like a slow day when people might be lax. So we're really trying our best to show them what this is like on a day-to-day basis, as busy as it gets, especially on the night of the Dream Vigil.
Why are we taking VIPs through the back door?
So we're taking them through the back door because, again, we're not wanting to take them through the front where everything is going to be busy. We want to show them the security that's behind the beauty of the Lux Pavilion. We don't need to show them all the bells and whistles. We need to show them the gears. We need to show them the guts of how this operation works, and they need to know that their investment is going to be in good hands.
As you say this, give me a deception check with advantage.
Yes!
That was solid.
I think that's a nat 1. Okay, that was a 5. But advantage. Nat 20!
New favorite nat 20 moment.
you two just need nat 20s now.
So you see the guy that you're talking to kind of like begin nodding his head as the person behind the desk kind of picks up some papers and approaches the gate. He says, "We don't have a security check until 3 days from now. What is the purpose of this meeting?"
If I may, my good sir. Lauren von Kierstein, pleasure. And I give him one of my business cards.
He doesn't even reach out through the gate. He says, "Nothing through the bars, please."
Not a problem. Not a problem.
Could just hold it up.
And I'll just show it and put it back. Madame Nautra herself has allowed us to come through during this time, as it is the most busy. I would like to see if my handiwork, how well it would be used in the most busy of times.
Madame Noctra always sends memos. I hope you understand that we are not trying to be rude. As you said, we are excellent security services. We have to be thorough.
Right.
I
Indeed.
apologize, sir, but we
Indeed.
simply have no information about this.
What kind of checks do you normally perform as far as security goes?
Thorough ones.
You know what? I'm sick of this. What was your name?
You're asking my name.
Now you.
Yes, that's what I'm asking.
Now
Can
you've
you
done it.
hear? Do you know who you're here with?
It's
Yes,
This is-
Lauren von Kierstein.
This is von Kierstein.
Skim. It's okay. We can come back another time. We can go.
Scheme. Listen.
No, it's
You've
we've
Oh,
traveled
boy. Here
halfway
it goes.
across the country.
You've really done it
this
now.
is Mr. von Kierstein. This is like this casino's one opportunity to have a master clockwork craftsman come in, upgrade all of your stuff. We've talked to the right individuals. We've made the plans to be here. And if we are stopped at the gate because of you, who's this gonna go on? You. And this is, I mean, I'd hate to be in on that conversation because that is gonna be rough. So it's either let's get the show on the road, get this investment underway, like start making some real money here, or we just waste everybody's time and it's all on your head.
He has a point.
Very well. I'll send a memo up to Lysandra and confirm this. That's the right thing to do for security. After all, if you're looking to do business with us, we want to do our part as well.
We appreciate that, really.
Thank you.
He goes back towards the desk, and you see him write something down on a paper, and he lights it on fire with the candle on it. As it kind of sparks up, you see the magic of the sending go off. After a few moments, he kind of stands there with his hands behind his back, and then he nods, and he comes back and he says, Lauren von Kirstein,
Yes.
you may come through.
Thank you.
Lysandra wishes to meet with you.
As she should.
He kind of goes back to behind the desk and pulls a few levers and everything, and the bars slide up into the ceiling. As he gestures through and he says, please make sure that they don't wander far. This is security after all.
Well, that makes perfect sense. They are still guests. Do you want to send somebody with us?
After all, you're an employee, are you not?
I am, but I do have a table to get to. I can take them to Lysandra and get to the table afterwards.
No, you've been great. Let's just stick with you. You've been great.
Take them to Lysandra.
Perfect.
That would be fun.
I'm sorry that we weren't more prepared.
No, we're here with an appointment. We're here to meet with Lysandra.
Okay,
Look,
let's-
no more
let's just-
butt
Skeem,
kissing.
Skeem, come on. And I usher him.
I get behind him and I'm trying to like flock them, like go.
As soon as you get to about where the desk is, you feel the magic return. Looks like the anti-magic is right there to prevent anything from passing through or anyone doing anything kind of cheeky right there. As you guys walk past the desk, you do see the bars kind of slide back down into place, and then the man behind the desk kind of writes on the paper again, burns it as it casts sending one more time. And he says, continue down the hallway, and the second checkpoint will be ready to receive you.
Thank you.
That's what I'm talking about.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
And then I usher and we walk.
As you guys walk down this hallway a little bit, you can tell, based off of your general sense of where you were, you're essentially crossing the street right now of where it was. And then you come to a nice little rolling,
Like doors.
Spiral staircase?
spiral staircase right there at the bottom. You do see that there's a nice little lift thing on the left where they can raise up food or other supplies very easily to another room, probably a kitchen or something else. But the staircase is for personnel.
To like sell it, I literally explain all of that to you guys. This is the lift for all the goods
yes.
and whatnot.
Merlis, we're
We'll
here
be
by
taking the
ourselves.
stairs.
Perfect way to get
No,
things-
there's a
are-
checkpoint.
No, there's a checkpoint. There's people here.
Okay.
I'm assuming. Are there
Yeah.
people here?
Not right here. They're going to
Okay,
be at
okay.
the top of the staircase.
Okay.
And I say magic ears.
Magic ears. Okay, you guys walk up the staircase. The staircase is wide and grandiose, very pretty. As you walk further and further up it, even though the hallway was very well lit, it only seems like it gets brighter and brighter the higher up you can get, and you start to hear the music of the casino. It's kind of faded, and in the background looks like there's some form of soundproofing to prevent it from getting into these back areas. As you come up the staircase, you do come to one more checkpoint with very similar bars, except now you have very beautiful wood and, of course, the red carpeting with gold lining on it as well.
Red gold.
Hey.
As you're standing there, you do see a couple more security guards. These guys are very, compared to the people you just met, these guys are way more lax. It looks like the people downstairs are the first and final line of defense. These guys are very much like, this is my job to just make sure that you guys are where you're supposed to be. They receive the message from the other guys and they open the bars for you right away.
Cool.
You
Thank
guys
you,
are now in the Lux Pavilion. This is just the security entrance right here. There's a door right in front of you to wherever it may lead.
We get around the corner and I just like,
All right, so now
And
we're
I
just
say,
saying
you
with
guys,
Lysandra.
how have you guys ever infiltrated anywhere ever before?
that was the most nerve-wracking thing I've ever had to do in my entire life.
And I take them to Lysandra.
We've just piqued her interest because she's
Yeah.
just like, who the F are these people?
And they made it this far.
I mean, we gotta
to
be
the door.
We gotta be pretty good if we can make it in.
It's a pretty
We only
compelling
made it in
argument.
because she
That's
let us
right.
in.
That's right.
They must be pretty good if they can walk up to a door.
Woo! I'm impressed.
Better talk to these guys.
Skeem whispers into his wrist, I'm in.
Skeem, who are you talking to?
The one guy I hired. The one guy I walked into the house of.
It was
said,
the guy smoking and who we caught the door from. All you said, you need to smoke a cigarette at this time
I
on
said,
this night.
Take the sending stone. You'll know when it's time. The need is gripping me again.
Scheme.
To what? Open the
can't.
door?
No to gamble.
We can't. We're on a mission. We can't. We will come back.
Start sweating. Like, I need it. I need
Start
it.
like,
Start
hands.
itching your
have a
neck.
Itching.
I can quit whenever I want.
Is it getting itchy in here, or is that just me?
No, that's just
Scheme, you can't even gamble. You don't have any money.
don't have any money.
But you have money.
Yeah, and you owe me 421 gold.
Oh yeah. Okay, we can keep going.
And I usher them
Good.
again.
As you go through the front doors right here, you're greeted to a small little hallway. To the left, you can smell food, like the kitchen area, and right in front of you is another set of doorways that probably leads to the main casino. There is a staircase to the right.
I gesture to the staircase.
You go up the staircase and you are now on the second floor. It looks like you're in like the employee staircase. This is mostly just a stairwell that goes up to the next floor, goes up to the next floor, goes up to the
Ah,
next
yes,
floor.
beautiful stairwell.
Exquisite, I
It's
know.
exquisite.
Be more picky.
It bodes
They,
well.
they even treat the staff this way. This is like some very, very high quality employment.
I haven't seen a raise in
Right.
2 years.
Oh, that's
Man, you
Everyone's just sad now.
you really sell it a little too well, Corliss.
oh.
Oh man.
Sorry, that was a bit of method acting. That was actually Ethan talking.
But that's
not Corliss.
but that's also not a lie for Corliss. He hasn't seen a raise here from this place in at,
hasn't.
in at least 2 years.
Fair point. We keep going. I imagine there's like signs at each level
like
of the
second
stairs.
floor.
Yeah,
third floor,
Lysandra's
fourth floor.
Lysandra's office this way.
Yeah, I would assume her office would be at the very top.
Maybe.
Hopefully, who knows?
Probably.
I have an idea, but let's keep going up the stairs.
Okay.
And I'm hoping that we run into somebody, another worker.
As you keep going up the stairs, by the time you get to about the fourth floor, an individual does meet you on the staircase. A man dressed in a very sharp suit, like robes, where like the top half is a suit, the bottom half is very monk-like robes. He has a shaved head and he has pitch black eyes. As he looks you guys up and down and he says, Lysandra is waiting for you.
Perfect. Thank you. We are on our way to see her. And we follow.
He leads you up the stairs to the 9th floor. As you get to the 9th floor, you do see that the stairs do keep going, probably to the roof.
Wow.
Nice.
Mind if we take a quick detour up to the roof? I wanted to see something.
Let's not keep her waiting.
We're here entirely to figure out what the deal with these shadows are.
Yeah, I know.
This is-
and
this
we're
is
about to go talk to Lysandra, the owner of the hotel,
This is
or
like-
the casino.
We walked in to buy like paper cups, and now we're leaving with like a TV.
Lamborghini. A TV,
yeah.
I am simply having the world react to your decisions.
I want to meet Lysandra now. It's getting exciting.
I do want to meet her.
Okay, fine. But if
Don't worry,
this doesn't go
Skeem.
our way, I'm just gonna run up to the roof, look to see if my shadows look different, and jump off.
Just gonna kill yourself.
I
Lysandra
I
sounds
too
more
take
excited.
I too take a Kermit dive when my shadow doesn't look right.
Well, what if your shadow does look right? What if it's just normal?
Then I'm just gonna jump off the roof.
So jump if they're fine, jump if they're not fine. Just Scheme wants off the
Either
roof.
way,
can't let you
either
on
way
the
he
roof.
wants to end it.
Scheme is gonna keep throwing people off the roof until one person rejoices.
See, my game plan was just to jump off the roof and use magic to not die. I don't know what your guys' interpretation of that was.
We don't know what you're capable of.
Neither do I.
Or not
We'll see what my
capable of.
magic, wild magic says.
Anyway,
Okay.
let's just continue following this raven-eyed man. And
Yeah.
So as he leads you down this hallway, you realize that there's another staircase at the other side that looks fancier and nicer. Looks like that's for like a guest VIP stairway or something.
I should have gone those stairs.
You would have had to cross the building, but there is only one set of doors on this entire floor, and they're two like double doors, very fancy, very pretty, and there's a nice little like gold plaque on it that says Lysandra Noctura.
Clearly, this is a boss fight.
Yes.
When we walk through there's gonna be like gold mist and stuff that we're not gonna be able to get out of.
Are there any like health
we
packs
can-
or ammo sitting
We
around?
can talk our way out of
Yeah,
it.
are there just like loose potions sitting around somewhere?
Do I get an autosave symbol in the bottom right hand corner?
There is no
spinning?
auto save.
Oh,
Oh
no.
man, can I quick save?
It's Elden Ring. Shoot. Is there a
quick
little place
reload.
where I can call in help online?
You have 3 people here at the table. You can call
Okay,
on.
great.
I walk
I'm
up to the
summoning
door.
you.
I got you, bro.
All right, I walk into the door, and then I open it. Blunk.
Peek my head in. Yo, what's up? Leave.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna knock a couple times and then open it.
You guys go to knock on the doors, and before your knuckle even makes contact with it, the doors open inward. The room is pretty dimly lit, but for the most part, you can see the corners and everything that you need to. Both walls are lined with books. If you didn't know you were already in a casino, you'd think you were in either a scholar's or a wizard's office right here. The office is very simple, but very large. In the center of it, you have a couple of couches and then a single seat on the other side with a coffee table here in the center. And on the far side, you see a very large, very ornate wooden desk with a large red chair behind it. On the left side, amidst all the bookshelves, is a fireplace. And that's where you find Lysandra standing. She is wearing a beautiful, slim, and shining red dress. Imagine Jessica Rabbit from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Please don't make me.
Don't tempt me.
My eyes!
I'm a happily married man.
Lysandra has very elegant, wavy chocolate hair with almost a flavor of crimson inside of them. As she turns over to you, you see brown eyes and with almost a glaze of red to them as well.
She human or?
She appears human, yes.
Okay.
She turns over and she says, which one of you is von Kirstein?
That would be me, madam.
Welcome, please. And she gestures with a very elegant wave to the couches. Have a seat.
Of course.
And your companions, I'm sorry I didn't get their names at all.
This fine individual is Skeem, and Rorik, and the gentleman in the dealer's uniform is Corvus.
Leaving.
I better get back to my shift. Sorry.
You just call me Corliss. Okay, I work here, and my real name has been found out.
You're in the dealer uniform.
I was gonna call myself Cletus or something. I don't know.
She probably knows who her employees are at the very least.
I doubt it. You think my boss knows who I am? Sadly, he does not know who I am.
Watch as he listens to this, and he's like figured out who you are. It's like,
'Cause I'm gonna kill that guy.
That guy's fired tomorrow.
I know he rides a motorcycle. All I have to do is pull out at the right time, and he dies. I'm killing him.
Lysandra almost glides with how gentle she walks to the single chair in between the two couches, and she gestures for the entire party to have a seat. She says, if you wish to find a table to deal at, you're more than welcome, but I assure you, they are all filled. As of right now.
I kind of thought so, and I start taking off the uniform. I'm just like gonna, I'll fold it, and I'll keep it on my lap to be respectful. I won't just like toss it on the ground, and then I sit down.
We are sorry for the intrusion. We were more seeking information because something strange was going on during the dream vigil, sourced here at the casino.
Really?
The fireworks were casting some weird situation on our friend Skeem here, and we were simply here to investigate.
Well, that is strange indeed. I'm not sure what our fireworks could be doing.
They were causing his shadows to multiply, and it was solely him.
I'm sorry, but unfortunately I am unaware of any effects that our fireworks may be causing to anyone's shadows.
mind if we check out your setup?
The roof specifically.
Of course not. I bear no issue with it.
You are the first cordial person we've met in this building. Thank you.
Thank you.
Madam Lysandra, might I ask, where do you source your fireworks from?
There's a specific manufacturer here in Journey's End that we frequent. We have the space, and we are one of the larger buildings at Journey's End, so we're an ideal location to set the fireworks off.
Naturally.
So we more than willing to partner with the mayor.
So these aren't specifically your fireworks. You just kind of like allow the space to be used to launch them. Huh.
What are your rates? Your rental rates?
Who does?
There's a manufacturer, as I said. I do not know his name personally. I have a manager that sources them. I can set up a meeting for you if you'd like.
That would be fantastic. Yeah, this is great. We're getting so much so far.
But if you all do have concerns with the fireworks, please investigate them. I simply would like to have a conversation with Mr. von Kirstein.
Of course.
Cool.
All right.
Well, the rest of us can leave. And Lauren, best of luck.
All right, let's go.
Cool. Yeah, I don't see any problem with this.
I hand my uniform to the raven-eyed monk.
Leaving one of us alone.
He just
has never
stands there.
gone
He doesn't
bad.
even move his arms, and you just shove it to his chest a few times, and he just lets it drop.
Just wedge it in between some of his muscles.
I lift an arm up, and then I put it under his
underneath and
armpit,
put it
and then I
back
put his
down.
arm back down.
He like sets his arm down, and then like as soon as he relaxes, it just like drops to the floor.
And I say,
He
that's
says,
not
"Leave."
very nice. Leave. Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's walk outside the door and go up the stairs, I guess.
So the three of you walk out, and the guard does exit with you, closes the door behind him, so it's Lysandra and Lauren, and he does walk you guys to the employee stairway up to the roof. In the meantime, Lauren, as soon as your companions leave, Lysandra stands up and goes to the couch opposite of you and sits down. And she says, "Would you like a drink?"
I'm fine, thank you.
Oh, well, I would like one for myself. As she kind of waves her hand a little bit, and you see a bottle and a couple of glasses come over to the table and begin pouring into them. Even though you didn't ask for one, she does leave a glass there in front of you in case you do take it. She kind of sips into it and she says, "I hope you're aware. Your shop is no longer yours and hasn't been for a little bit of time now, Lauren.
Of course. I am very aware of that.
Are you also aware of the sum of money you owe an acquaintance of ours?"
Yes. Yes, I am. I thought that if anyone would know how to get in contact with said acquaintance, it would be you.
You can find him in Peak City. Apparently he has some propositions out there.
Makes sense. Now, Madam Lysandra, might I ask, are your dealings with said individual of a voluntary nature?
Definitely. Once you've been in this business, in this social circle, as long as I or our acquaintance has been, you brush shoulders with enough third parties. You tend to throw each other some bones.
I would ask that you be utterly candid with me. Would you tell me, did you have a hand in the hostile takeover of my shop?
She smiles and lets out a very soft laugh, and she goes, "Oh, no. In fact, that wasn't even Red Gold's doing. That was, what was his name? Rogie.
Yes.
It's most unfortunate. Red Gold was looking forward to the prosperation of your business. Under your guidance, preferably.
Was on track to get that way. Have you dealt with Rogie since he's come back?
I've only dealt with him the one time. We needed to source a couple more clockwork men. They're excellent butlers.
Indeed, that's what they are made for.
But I must say, the man is off-putting, as you're probably aware.
You don't need to tell me that twice.
It's as if he walked out of a nightmare.
Yeah, or made one himself. He is
He is
grotesque.
a grotesque and terrifying being. However, ever since he's set up a lovely young lady to man the shop here in Journey's End, I've had no trouble at all.
Did he mention last you dealt with him where he was headed off to?
I believe this would have been a couple of months ago. I believe he headed to Peak City.
Of course, that seems to be where our journey is taking us, ultimately. Might I ask, is Red Gold seeking me out?
Of course, you owe him a large sum of money. And unfortunately, it's looking like he's not going to be getting that money. So he's going to be taking something else instead. As you're aware, he tends to do.
She seems ultra sus.
Yeah.
Can I insight check her to see
Sure.
if she's holding anything back? 15.
You look her in the eyes, and the first thing you can tell is this lady doesn't seem like she's hiding anything. She's being pretty honest, in fact. You can tell that, like, she's not going to go out of her way to reveal anything unless you ask her, maybe. But as you look more into her eyes, the room kind of shifts a little bit, almost like it's tilted to your right. Something's a little off. You shake your head and it comes back to normal. Careful there, young man. You don't want to be looking into my eyes too long. You'll fall in love.
Head over heels.
No. Can I attempt to stealth cast detect magic?
Yes, you can.
Is that sleight of hand?
Not so much sleight of hand. I'm gonna allow an Arcana check.
better.
Because you're casting a spell in a little bit of a different way.
Yeah. 21.
You're able to kind of like, as you're shifting in your seat a little bit and you shake your head, you finagle your fingers and you whisper in under your breath as if you're taking a deep breath. And you're able to cast the spell. As you cast Detect Magic, you are once again, you sense all of the abjuration and divination spells throughout the entire building. Almost like anywhere you go here, you are being watched. In addition, most of this place is very secure and protected, and a lot of soundproofing in the walls. But in this room in particular, you are getting an overwhelming sense of enchantment magic. Inside of that, the only thing you can get out of her is divine magic. According to Lauren, that would be the best word he would probably be able to stack onto it. The reason why I've asked you up here is because I'd like to strike a bargain with you.
I'm intrigued.
You owe Red Gold a substantial amount of money. I am willing to buy you out of it. Of course, you could attempt to pay Red Gold back, but most likely end up dead. I, on the other hand, am willing to offer you servitude in exchange.
Servitude. How so?
Let's just say, I could use someone with talents and skills of your caliber, and of course an expert in clockworkmen would keep my staff running smoothly.
What would that require from me as far as where my travels would take me? Would you need me permanently here?
Oh, of course. I'd allow you to roam. Journeys end on days off.
So right now, this is a question of whether Lauren is going to become an unplayable character.
Maybe.
Lauren leaves the battle.
We're just like up on the roof and we just get the notification. Lauren has left your party. What the crap?
Lauren
What? Did he go AFK?
Little pop on the bottom. Lauren is offline.
This is a chance for you to negotiate your contract. Negotiate the terms of your contract. You need a broker. You need somebody to mediate for you.
Let me call my lawyer lizard down here.
Let's get to the brass tacks, huh? I've been looking over the contract that you proposed to my client here, and there's a couple points of interest that I'd love to discuss with you.
Anyway, now, while it is an interesting proposal, madam, I don't know that I would be able to commit that time at this moment.
Under my employment, time will no longer matter.
Malel is a woman, actually.
I've been working for a woman? I'm kidding. What? I'm kidding.
For all intents and purposes, this is a joke.
For legal purposes,
This is a joke.
this is a joke.
To prevent cancellation.
Lysandra, will you allow me to confer with my compatriots about this deal that you've proposed?
I am willing to give you some time. Come see me tomorrow if you
I
desire.
can do that. What time?
Before the casino opens. Noon work for you?
That can be arranged.
Excellent. But I want to remind you, Lauren, this is simply a choice between dying at Red Gold's hand or living as an employee.
Were it so simple.
Oh, it is. Because I assure you, Lauren, Red Gold will come to collect, and he will collect. You can try to run, even though you've been gone for a few years or so. He will find you. He always does.
I'm counting on it. And I get up and I start walking away.
As you get up, she sips from her glass and she gestures towards the door, and they open before you even approach them. And you're able to walk out, and she says, I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow, Lauren.
And I don't say anything as I walk up to the roof.
You walk towards the roof and the doors close behind you. In the meantime, bleep bloop, we'll go over to these guys who went up to the roof a while ago.
We're literally having a Roman candle war. We're like, this is so fun.
Why didn't we come here sooner?
Rorik just has like 5 sparklers in each hand.
Picks on my knees, picks on my knees.
I'm a phoenix. I can literally shoot fireballs, but this is like way better.
Whoa!
Yeah, I can't even time these fireballs.
And you guys we're playing like target practice. I'm flying in the air, and you guys like try to shoot at him.
Hey, this has been the best day ever.
This is so fun.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Lauren.
Oh, fun stopped.
Oh.
Gentlemen.
So, with a minor rewinding of time here, you guys are led upstairs where, as soon as you get up top, it looks like they've wrapped up the fireworks show. They're kind of cleaning up, putting things together. They have the little lines of launchers and everything, a few boxes over to the side. Looks like there's a few individuals who've been running the show up here.
Did we just miss it?
And they like look up and they're like, yeah, sorry guys. I mean, this isn't really the best place to view the fireworks anyways.
No, we're big firework aficionados. Do you have any spares?
I mean, we have a few in case like some of them don't go off and stuff.
Gotcha.
Let
Where
the
the
Roman candle war commence.
Yeah. We gotta lay the groundwork.
yeah.
Where are you guys from? What's the business?
Oh yeah, we're from Para's shop down in the central Journey's End.
Okay, Journey's End. Anything special about your guys' fireworks? What do you guys do that's so? Because I noticed immaculate, fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I mean, Para makes them all herself, so we're all her apprentices. I mean, she puts a little bit of extra magic and stuff to make sure the booms and the lights are prettier and stuff. But for the most part, they're fireworks. But they are the best in Journey's End. Heck, even Liberencia.
I got you. Mind if I hold one? I'm picking it up as a hobby.
Listen, I'm more than happy to show you these fireworks, but we are trained professionals. I can't just hand you over an explosive, you know.
I won't light it. I can, but I won't promise on my magic.
You can?
I can. Well, anybody could. Anybody has the ability. I promise on
But
my
who
magic.
says that?
I mean, I'm
You can hand me the explosive. I can light it, but I won't.
Hey, if you hand me,
I'm just showing.
Who says that?
if you hand me that gun, I could shoot you, but I won't.
I could
pull the trigger,
I
but I
could
won't.
hurt you, but I won't.
Yeah, see, I trust you very little right now.
Yeah, the fireworks looked really good though. I mean, they were doing all sorts of things with the lights and the shadows. I mean, some people even had like 4 shadows around them.
Who has 4 shadows?
This
I
guy.
don't know, but the fireworks were doing
I'm
it.
sorry, I'm trying not to make foreshadowing. Because like at the time when I said it, it wasn't a foreshadowing joke. But now that's all I can hear.
You weren't foreshadowing.
It's all I can hear.
Itself, man. It's great.
Okay, maybe we do. Just be honest. Hey, light up one of your spare fireworks. My shadows are doing weird things in their light.
Yeah, and we're trying to figure out what it is. We're just curious.
I mean, final firework of the night.
Final
right?
firework.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless you see it and you're like, whoa, I need another one because that was weird.
Yeah, what's
because
your-
it is weird.
What's your name?
Me?
Yeah,
I'm Para's apprentice. My name is Dara.
Dara. Hey, yo.
And
Yeah.
you- and
Last
you?
firework?
And you?
Rico.
Oh, I thought there was.
Wait, how did you get up here?
It's just is Rico.
I took the stairs.
He's
Why don't you
always
sound
been
like that?
Para's apprentice.
Yeah, I was just razzing you guys.
I know how to
It's
tell
a different
time.
Rico. People can have the same name.
I thought there's. Pyra, Dyra,
Para and Dara.
Para, Dara, Rico.
Darwin.
You thought something was happening, didn't you?
Oh, okay. Let's light up this fireworks. Check this out.
Okay. So he goes up, he kind of sets it into one of the tubes, lights the fuse, few moments go by, and
Okay, look at my shadow. Look at my shadow.
everybody looks down. Nobody's even looking at the explosion up above. You guys all look down, and everyone except Skeem sees the 4 shadows and goes, "Hey, that's pretty whacked, man. You should get that looked at."
That's what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
Dara, is it okay if I cast a little bit of identification magic on some of the other unlit things? I'm
Sure.
not gonna light anything off. I'm just
I
curious.
can, but I
Hey,
won't.
he said a weird thing. Are you gonna give him a hard time?
Yeah, you guys are just shady all around, man.
No,
Oh,
he's
not
he's
me.
4
What?
times shadier than the rest of us.
Oh, this is a good group. We're having fun here.
All right,
Listen, Dara, I haven't said anything. I agree with you. I'm kind of weird out too.
But can I just like offer a little thought real quick? What if the problem lies with the lizard boy and not the fireworks?
We gotta find
definitely
something.
the
We gotta find
fireworks.
something that connects it, because I'm sure it is something wrong with me. There's a lot of things
Okay,
wrong with
but
me.
like,
It's
let's
definitely
say
the
somebody
fireworks.
else had a similar thing. Wouldn't we be hearing more foreshadow people all around, you're the only person. I feel like the problem's with you.
Yes, but this is how we diagnose.
I choose to ignore that. I'm just gonna
feel
cast
like
identify on
This
this.
is God speaking, and I don't think it's true. This is God trying to give a very clear hint,
Maybe.
and it's clearly not right.
It's simply incorrect.
An X-ray machine assesses the problem. It doesn't cause it. This is our X-ray machine.
I'm curious, how much of this is James speaking, and how much of it is actually just Malel
It's actually
speaking?
just all James speaking.
It's all just
Malel. James is the DM God, and he's trying to give a very clear hint.
No, I'm just being Dara.
Dara's just a bit more of a.
Nope, no Malel here, just Dara.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
What's Dara backwards?
Anyways, you cast Identify on the fireworks. You don't really get anything unique out of it. It's mostly just evocation magic.
I stand up and begrudgingly and annoyed walk over to Skeem and cast Identify on him.
You cast Identify on Skeem. You have identified Skeem.
It's like you've added him to your
informative.
Pokédex.
Wait, one
Sorry.
second. I have a meme for this. There's a meme. I sent it to Devin forever ago. I can't find it.
Anyway, instead of Identify, I'm gonna cast Detect Magic on him.
Okay. You detect magic on Skeem. You get a overwhelming sense of a swirl of different magics erupting out of him. As you focus more and more on him, you are getting so many different sources. There's a touch of divine magic. There's an overwhelming sense of arcane magic, but it is a tempest of magic inside of it.
I want to try something else.
Smacks him.
Be gentle with me.
Sorry, Dora.
I like the roll bar.
I want to try one more thing, if that's okay. If you are okay with lighting at least one more off.
We got one more firework, yeah?
All right, let's try this.
Evocation
Skeem, take your
shadows.
top hat off.
No. Okay.
Take your top hat off.
I take it off.
All right, can you?
You take it off, and he lights it. And he's got 4 shadows.
Should I take something else off?
Take off your clothes. Peel your skin off. Peel your skin off.
I neatly put all of my things in piles. Where it's just my top hat, just my staff, and then just me.
I start throwing them off the roof.
Wait, no!
The pamphlets.
Just go everywhere.
Starts raining pamphlets over a busy city square.
Not a bad idea.
Maybe
I cast Fairy Fire on all of them and burn
That doesn't
them.
actually light on fire, it just outlines them.
I wish it did.
Okay, if we set all my things in separate piles, can we light another fire?
No, there was only the one more.
Yeah, that's our
Oh.
last one.
Devin is actually setting his things in different
done.
piles.
I'm
He's like packing up.
my laptop died.
Well, that was my idea. That
So-
didn't really do anything.
I actually, because you said that these fireworks were made with some evocation magic, right? So, if we had some evocation lighting, we might see these shadows a bit more clearly.
Oh no.
Like where
Also,
you're thinking.
you have a friend inside your head, Milo.
I've got 2, maybe sometimes 3, maybe friends in my head. 4, including me.
Oh,
4, including me.
gotcha.
Wait,
That's kind
who's
of what
the
I was getting at.
Milo.
Grimthane.
Grimthane's
said he's gonna-
Grimthane.
That's why I was trying to get rid of the hat, the top hat.
And you.
There's
4 beings inside of you.
There's 4
That
things in
makes
my
I
noggins.
get it now.
All right, mystery solved. Let's
Okay,
go home.
You're
so
welcome.
an ancient god, a chaos fiend, a dead ghost, and a lizard walk into a head.
And they all have
the
a
bar-
headache.
The bartender says,
Get out.
"Get out."
The bartender says, "What the heck?"
The bartender says, "I'm assembling a crew."
And all 4 of them, with a single voice, say, "You son of a."
Yeah, I'm in.
Skeem, maybe you should ask your time friend about the
I
shadows.
haven't checked in a while. Sure. I sit down. No, I pull out some chalk. Malel has never asked me to like do this before. I just start drawing out the most intricate looking like Venn diagram, like
Intricate is an air quote.
You draw
Like
a
a
Venn
pentagram?
diagram.
like a Venn diagram. I'm doing like this,
Thinking it's a pentagram.
Yeah.
But it's just two circles.
I'm doing a Venn diagram, and in one half it's all the things I love about myself, and the other half it's all the things I hate about myself, and in the middle it's like mixed feelings.
In the middle, it's Malel.
That's just Malel. And then I sit down and I go, "Hey, Malel."
There's only one thing in the negatives, and it's being short. Okay, so you sit down and you're gonna try and do a little meditation.
Exactly.
Okay, go ahead and roll a D100 for me.
D100.
Cause I keep it 100. Yeah, boy.
34.
34. Okay. You kind of like look inside. What do you ask Malel?
Hey, Malel, is the 4 things in my head gonna kill me one day? Like soon?
You don't get a verbal response from Malel, but you get the sense that like most likely they're not gonna kill you.
Cool. Hey, we're Gucci. I noticed that box of Roman candles. Are you guys doing anything with that?
What are Roman candles?
Oh, you're about to find out.
The handheld flare launchers that you've got over
We
there.
don't have those.
We gotta set it up. Lay the groundwork, James.
They evoke and it happens. Come on, Dara.
We got sparklers.
I'll give you a gold piece for the lot.
Okay, fine.
much
I
are the-
wanted to save them for myself.
How much are the sparklers worth?
They're like a silver piece.
How can we make
Can
these?
I just tear them?
Stop it.
What?
Why would you do that?
How can
I'll
we
just-
make these
I'll just-
more dangerous? Shooting them at each other.
Shooting them at each other. I agree.
We're just shooting Roman candles right next to a 9-story drop.
Corliss jumps off the edge and then flies up. The camera,
No guard. Skeem goes to do the same thing.
I swoop back in, push you back onto the ledge, but it's all with the music, so it all seems choreographed.
You guys have reunited. As soon as Lauren comes up and you guys have like a brief exchange, the black-eyed guy kind of looks at you and says, "It's time to go."
All my sparklers go out at the same time.
And they're clearly
just-
have more to burn.
They just droop over.
Buzzkill.
We could leave, or you could join us.
No.
I extend a sparkler.
He like grabs it and he looks down and he comprehends and thinks about it very deeply and he says, "No."
I shouldn't. I wouldn't.
But I will.
He pockets it.
Later. Just sticks it underneath one of his muscle ripples.
Wait, his pecs are so pronounced that they just have a compartment underneath his pec. Yikes. Okay,
It's just
anyway.
called a fat.
It's a fold.
But he escorts you guys down the stairwell and he's going to take you out the front door. As you guys cross through it, you enter into the main floor of the casino on the first floor. Compared to the other casinos you've been in, pretty quiet. There's the subtle music playing here, but it's mostly card games that are being played. There's no random chance games or anything, and everyone here is dressed very nicely. Pristine clothes, very clean, very well groomed. Everyone is eyeballing you and kind of like, ugh, as you guys walk by.
I'm used to it.
Rorik pulls out the sparklers and starts trying to light them up again.
Do you?
No.
Okay. As you exit through, though, and you're walking down the stairs, the guard goes, "Hey, you dropped this." And he hands you one of the sparkler you gave him.
He killed his inner child.
That's really
Just there.
sad. And I look at him and I say, "You sad little man."
You see him kind of like put his head down a little bit and go back inside.
Can I like reverse pickpocket some sparklers into his pocket?
You can give me a sleight of hand check.
Yeah.
Into his fat folds.
Please do it. Please. Let his inner child live.
I got a 4.
He's like,
Maybe he
what are you doing?
Maybe he chooses to let it happen.
You need this for
choose?
later.
He like takes the sparklers and he goes, thank you.
I shouldn't.
I can't do it.
This is the same dialogue.
That's all he says.
It's like when you
It's a
exhaust your
character
dialogue.
arc, okay?
It's Anakin when he's being tempted by the dark side. I shouldn't. I wouldn't. I don't even like sand.
He goes back inside, but you are out on the streets of Journey's End once again.
Okay, well maybe we rendezvous and figure out the game plan from here.
I've got quite the info dump for you all to
Oh, so do
in.
we.
Oh,
Roman candles galore.
bet.
That was it.
Let's
Wonder
go.
what Yuliant's up to.
Can we flash cut over to Yulian?
Yuliant is just like dead silent. Music stops. Turns a page in a book. Flashes back to you guys.
He chuckles.
He goes, oh.
That's what happened.
Funny.
Flicks his finger. Flip.
He's probably not doing anything too interesting. It's Yuliant after all.
Okay, you guys return to the Rabid Rabbit. As you guys head back up to the suite that you guys have upstairs, smells lovely of fresh meals and such.
Hold on, where's Rico been this whole time?
Rico's also back there with
Okay.
Yuliant. I think you guys sent him back there a while ago.
I was worried.
It is pretty late at night. You guys have had a pretty long, eventful day. Anything you guys want to do before you go Betty bye?
Just a quick recap of what Lauren and Madame Lysandra talked about.
I don't know what to feel about her. She has a very strong force behind her magic, one that I can only attribute to be divine in nature.
Divine?
Yes, it's not of this world, but she made it seem like it isn't foreign to myself, so I'm still trying to figure that out.
How long has Madame Lysandra been the head of the Lux Pavilion?
If anybody wants to give me a history check.
I got
21.
It's way better.
So you've heard tale of Lysandra. For as long as you can think back, she has been running it, but you're unsure of like when it's been founded. You just have always assumed that Lysandra has been in charge of the Lux Pavilion.
How old did she appear when we were talking to her?
She looked maybe 30 max. But keep in mind, time has gotten kind of weird since Emperor Constantine's death. Everybody ages slowly now.
It leads me to believe that she may be some sort of creature of the night, a vampire or
Oh, a vampire. Okay.
a
Prostitute.
prostitute.
So as soon as you bring up a vampire, give me a nature check. Anybody can make this if you
I
desire.
got a
I think I'm good at those.
21.
So as you guys bring up vampire, I mean, yeah, maybe technically almost anybody could be vampires. But one thing that you do know about vampires is, first of all, they are exceptionally rare. And secondly, majority of them are known to live on Sur, a completely different continent.
I don't know enough about vampires, but there was a moment where when I looked into her thoughts, I got a sense that the room itself was tilting.
Might that have just been an effect of some magic that was happening to you?
I did detect magic while I was in there, and I detected nothing. What I'm getting to, as you all know, Red Gold has a significant hold over me with how much money I am indebted to him. She made me a proposition. She would pay off the debt in full in exchange for my servitude. Essentially be a lifelong employee for Lysandra.
Sounds rough.
But what she did say is Rogi has, I mean, she said it was months ago, so he could have moved on by now, but he did go to Peak City, along with Red Gold, who is also in Peak City.
Peak City was already on our list.
It was. So it sounds like that's our next destination. Now, she does expect me back to meet with her tomorrow at noon.
Can you leave a note?
That's my question to all of you is what do you think would be the repercussions if I didn't?
You could have an angry, maybe vampire chasing you because you were not cordial. She was nice enough to at least meet with us. I say just try to set yourself up in a good position, maybe with like a clove of garlic, or we could get a priest to like bless some water and have it on you.
This is if she's a vampire. I don't know. It's
Or maybe she's religious and she'd like it.
We could just stop in, say hello, tell her, hey, we're not going to take you up on that offer, and then head on towards Peak City.
I'm with Skeem. I feel like I maybe just send her a note and we go.
Note, or just like talk to the guy at the front door
If
and
she,
be like, hey,
if
talk
she
to
wants to
Lysandra.
chase us, we are a party of 4. We've taken down bigger beasts than her. But we just stay in the daylight. If she's a
thing that we
vampire,
have control over.
We
she
don't know if
can't.
she's a... All right,
I
all
could
right.
learn to spell daylight.
You may want to read that though. Daylight spell is just a bright light. It specifies that it is not sunlight.
My name's James, and I'm God.
He is. He is
Strikes
God
a
in this
very,
world.
very eloquent pose.
Yes.
All right,
Eloquent?
Let's for the time being, let's rest.
You guys crush a longie.
Yeah, bro, get that longie, crush it, dude.
Got some gnarly longies out on the water today.
You guys wake up. Rico and Yuliant are ready to begin the journey off to Peak City. Real quick, how do you guys want to get to Peak City? There's a couple options. You could get a traveling caravan. You'd have to pay for board, but they'd get you food and everything like that. You guys can just hoof it. Or since you are traveling inside the same, quote, country, you could find a wizard to teleport you.
Rico,
Yes.
do you know any wizards that could teleport us?
I do not.
That was worth a shot.
Is Lauren not a wizard?
I am.
No, he's
I
not.
am, but I can't teleport us, Rico. I'm sorry. I've let you down.
What a shame.
I'll work towards it, Rico, and my goal in life will be to teleport you wherever you want to go.
I only want to be by your side.
Okay, great.
If I remember correctly, I believe there was a inside country teleportation service.
Any idea how much that sets you back?
It's usually about 50 gold pieces a person,
No, that's not.
Oof.
but instant transportation.
50 gold pieces,
Scheme.
huh?
We can afford that.
Can we?
How long would it take
We
to
can.
travel there?
Corliss can
I
afford
can.
that. For you. In
Wonderful.
specific.
Here's 10 gold. Go hit up a casino and see if you can pay me back.
Let me just do one more.
Okay.
One more for the road, unless I
Because-
win.
And not only that, but you guys got a little bit of time before the meeting time with Lysandra. So, yeah, go do a little bit of gambling.
Remind me the process.
So the process is roll 3d6.
Hot dog. 2 6s and a 2.
Okay, how much are you betting?
10, baby.
You're going all in.
10.2.
Just keep going
Okay.
all in, see how much you make.
Perfect. As soon as the cards come out and you drop all in, the guy looks at you and like raises an eyebrow and is like, really?
Yeah.
All right, I call you, boy.
I didn't give you my phone number.
What's a phone number?
I don't know. You said it.
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 Show your cards, boy.
2 6s.
I got 2 1s. You win this round.
Nice.
Okay, you got 20 gold pieces now, dude.
20.4 gold pieces. Thank you very much. I took those 2 silver pieces from Lauren. Okay, all in.
All in. You're just going all in
See if you
again.
can get to 200 and then just call it.
All right.
Just cause.
Okay.
Just see.
Okay, pair of 4s.
Pair of 4s, okay? And you're all in.
All in.
He sits there scratching his head. He's like, either you're dumb or the best, luckiest lizard ever. I don't get you, boy.
Could be both. Those aren't mutually exclusive.
Is this the same guy as before?
Yes.
Hey, I know you.
I know you.
Wow, this is crazy. Can I have 40.8 gold pieces?
Oh, you took all my money last time.
So wait, did I win that second time?
1 second. He calls you. Reveal your cards. What were they?
Pair of 4s.
Pair of 4s. I have a pair of 6s.
What? And like
he goes,
that. Well,
as he takes all the money.
worth a shot. You're the most well fought rival I've ever had.
I appreciate that.
What was your name, stranger?
My name is Gamble.
That's a stupid name.
I gambled my name a long time ago. I don't have it anymore.
Never mind. I lost a lot of respect for you. Goodbye.
Goodbye, lizard boy.
Well, I lost it all.
Hooray for gambling. I love that we continue to learn this lesson.
Great.
Noon comes.
What we had decided is we were not gonna confront her. Is that
Yeah,
what we
try
decided?
to like leave a message with the doorman.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go to the casino, and I assume they know who I am, and I
Yeah.
can.
As
go
you
in.
approach the front door, the security guard right there says, Mr. von Kirstein.
Yes.
Lady Lysandra is expecting you. Allow me to show you the way.
I don't know how to do this. Might I be able to leave you a message instead to give to her?
That's perfectly fine, but Lady Lysandra has a gift prepared for you.
A gift, you say?
Yes, to try and sweeten the deal.
Let's just hear her out. I think it'd be.
Rourke's like, a gift, you say?
I've been in favor of, if you're gonna be doing business with her in any way, whether or not it be
Right.
turning her
Right.
her proposal down, it would be a lot more courteous of you to just tell her face to face.
Right. All right.
You'd rather depart on good terms than
Right. That's fair. The wise gnome knows all. All right, yes, we'll follow you up.
He follows or leads you up the stairs. This time you take the fancy staircase, the guest staircase, all the way up to the same doors before you even have to go and knock the doors open up. The room is the exact same. Once again, now that you've been in here during the day, the casino is a little off-putting because it looks the exact same on the inside, whether it's day or night. Same lighting, same music. It's as if time stands still in this place. As you enter her office, everything is the exact same, except there is a mannequin over to the side with an elegant and beautiful dark gray and navy blue suit with a vest on top of it. As you walk in, she goes, Lauren, please have a seat. So, have you thought over my proposition?
I have. I've been informed that you've a gift for me.
Oh, yes, I'm sure you've noticed it. She gestures over to the lovely three-piece suit. She said, I would love to offer this to you. I'm pretty confident in my measurements. I looked you up and down while you were here last night, and I got this tailored to you.
Thank you for having it prepared. Me and my friends have business up in Peak City that we need to attend to. So if you don't mind, I'd respectfully decline.
I'll tell you what, Lauren. I'm going to keep the deal on the table for as long as you're still alive, that is. Because Red Gold will find you. You can take the suit with you as a reminder that you can always come back. She goes up to the suit, and before she goes up to it, though, she grabs a little business card off of her table. She kisses it, leaving a prominent lipstick thing, and puts it in the suit jacket pocket. She taps the shoulder of it, and it slips into a nice little ring. She hands it over to you.
It's a flash ring. That's so cool.
She says, take care, will you?
Of course.
Look
Thank you,
forward
madam.
to seeing you again. Ta-ta.
And I just turn around and walk out.
You leave the casino with a nice little ring. Suit ring.
A suit ring. It's while we're walking to wherever, I'm going to ritual cast Identify on it.
Okay, perfect. You identify this. It doesn't have a name. It's a custom item in specific. But with this suit, you are going to have the benefits of mage armor. So it's basically AC is 13 plus your dex. So it's probably less AC than what you have. However, it does grant you resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. And you can cast shield once a day without consuming a spell slot.
So good.
You guys all meet back up, I'm assuming, at the Rabid Rabbit with Skeem's newfound lossings.
0 gold.
Oh, these are not new. They are well worn at this point. like an old pair of pants. I once again have no money.
No, you have 2 silver pieces.
Nope, I lost them in the
It was
gamble.
all in.
It was all in, baby.
All
Okay,
in.
never mind. Skeem's broke.
Again.
Per the usual.
Okay, so did you guys want to try teleporting?
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Okay, perfect. You guys follow Ulient. He takes you to a nice little shop. It has a beautiful blue sign up front, and it says Talron's Teleportation Terminal.
Cool. So I'll see you guys there. And I pop.
You just leave?
Go.
Okay.
I take Rico with me.
Quick. Teleport me to Peak City.
I don't know those bozos.
Okay, do you guys walk in?
Before I enter, I once again
Rorik is already through the door.
I'm asking for your financial aid.
asking for financial aid.
Listen, Bernie. I mean, Skeem.
Anybody? Any takers?
Money,
Who
money.
needs a spot?
I think almost everyone except for
Y'all are
No,
gonna
I've got
bleed
gold.
me dry.
I've got gold. Don't worry. I won't bleed you dry, Corliss.
Rorik.
He's going to bleed you dry. It's the shorties.
It's the shorty.
It's the shorties.
It's the system keeping us down.
All, us tallies are the wealthy. We're the wealthy class.
Rorik's paying for himself.
Are you paying? Are you gonna pay for Rico? Who's gonna pay for Rico?
You already said you're taking Rico with
for
you.
Rico and Ulient.
Yeah, and Ulient.
I'll pay for Ulient.
I'm already paying for Skeem, I assume.
All
I'll
right,
pay for Rico.
I can cover Rico.
Okay.
Hooray!
The Skeem has been demoted
Skeem's-
to NPC.
to companion.
You are on the same tier as Yuliant and Rico.
This is why he was kicked out of the Tomb Desert. He kept asking them for money.
I didn't even ask this time.
Yeah, he had a hole in his pocket that he never got fixed, and every time they gave him money, it would just fall out in the middle of his scavenging.
Oh my
Just
god.
like, I need money.
So what, 50?
The Brokaib.
The Brokaib.
The worms go by and they avoid you.
If we get too close to this guy, we'll end up lost somewhere.
If we get too close to this guy, all of our money will disappear. He's like a black hole.
It wasn't even a desert when I first got there.
It was literally like a rainforest.
Garden of Eden over there.
Misplaced all of the moisture.
I bet you it's a great place now.
You said it's 50 per person?
50 per person.
100
So
per
as you
paying
guys
person.
walk in,
100 per pay. Sorry.
as you guys walk in, it's a very round building. It looks like there's a second floor, not sure what goes on there, but you are greeted to a very curved desk right in front of you. And there's one person behind it. He has a bald head, bright blue eyes, and a very immaculate white mustache that kind of like comes down and curves to the side a little bit.
Sam Elliott.
Armstrong?
No, it's a little gnome guy. The desk is pretty tall, so you know for sure he's standing on a stool on the other side. But as you guys walk in, he goes, "Oh, welcome to Talron's Teleportation Terminal, or TTTs.
Not all of us speak like that. Don't worry.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Brother, what are you saying?
What?
We all speak like this. Stop hiding behind that accent.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, yes, you do.
No.
Come on, let's hear it.
Talk this way.
Oh, no.
Come on.
Get out of my head, get my head, get my head. Get out of my head, get away, get away.
You're among friends.
Come in. Where is our destination today?
I make the wisdom saving throw.
For what?
Whatever this is. Whatever I'm enduring right now. I have in my notes I'm racist towards gnomes. This is a trial of patience.
Do you still want to pay 50 gold pieces to this man to be teleported?
No.
Corliss, see through the rage.
I pick out
can do
the
it.
worst of my gold pieces.
You go
Specifically the
find
most
the dirty one.
Yeah,
The
just
most
like, I don't
dirty,
like this
bent,
one.
broken gold pieces.
Okay. You approach him and he says, "Where is our destination today?"
Oh my gosh, Peak City.
I'll handle this. We're going to Peak City, my young-
Peak
my
City.
fine man.
Everybody?
Yes, all 6 of us.
Magnificent. Is there a location in specific you are looking to be teleported to? I can get you downtown, uptown, or even the Palace Gardens.
Downtown.
Lauren, do you have a shop in Peak City as
My
well?
original shop, yes. Likely not mine anymore, but it was on the main thoroughfare downtown.
Perhaps we could teleport to that shop.
Yes.
I can only teleport you to specific teleportation circles.
Scheme,
Then
come
why
with
did
me
you
to the
ask us
teleport
if we had a
circle. I
specific
leave the
place we
100
wanted
gold.
to
Yes.
Send
And I
us-
gave you 3 choices.
Send us to the
I was
one.
not listening to you.
I
Send us
leave
to
the
the
100
one
gold on the
downtown.
counter and I get on the teleportation circle with Skeem and I say, downtown, take me now.
Anybody else?
All
I
of
still
us.
need
Yes.
50 gold pieces.
We're all going down.
Thank
I
you,
give,
thank you,
I give
thank
him
you.
100 for me and Rico.
He goes over and he writes down a few things. These are basically your transportation tickets. Somebody is probably going to be asking for them once you arrive. He gives you each of each.
The subway in Japan.
No, it's a more like a plane ticket. Okay, as soon as you guys are all in place on the teleportation circle, you do see him go over and write something on a piece of paper, burns it, and then he says, "All right, let's get you off to Peak City." Once again, are you desiring the upper city, lower
Downtown.
Downtown, Peak City. Excellent choice. Let's get you off on your way. He goes over and he starts rotating the circle in order to get the right runes into the right location. Takes him a couple of minutes to be able to get it locked into place, and then he begins to cast the spell. Does anybody want to give me a wisdom saving throw?
Yes.
No, don't resist it.
Just kidding. Anything to resist this gnome.
And he says, "Very well, see you soon." You guys teleport
He's gonna be there
downtown.
too.
Except for Rorik.
Wow, the big city.
Real life girls. Okay, you guys. You guys are enveloped in a blue light. As it continues to rise up around you, it's almost like there's a wall around you. And after just a brief second, it disappears and you are surrounded by the not familiar, to some of you it's familiar, to the cold exterior of Peak City.
Oh, I think I'm gonna be sick.
It's like Galaxy Quest when they teleport.
Yeah. To describe Peak City, it is built around the literal peak of a mountain. And so it almost feels like almost anywhere you go, you are going uphill or downhill. All of these houses are always taller or lower than the ones right next to them. At the very center of the city, at the absolute peak, is the Peak City Castle. It is the one shining white marble and gold-plated palace in the entire place. Everything else is very cold and blackened brick. The walls around it are also of the similar white marble, except for one section that has been stained and burned black from an encounter that happened many years ago. Because it's on this peak and where the palace is located, it's almost always reflecting the sun down into the city. So even though there's a lot of shadows being cast by the angular of it, there's always light being shone down the main city roads from the palace. It almost shines as like a beacon or the sun in this dark city. It is the largest city in all of Liberencia and is the most ancient. This is where the oldest governments and kings and rulers used to rule from, even back when the continent was united. This is a place with a lot of history and a lot of secrets to be had.
So after exiting the teleporter, Skeem is going to pull out his trusty old compass, charge it with a spell slot, and see where it points.
Okay. You pump in a first level spell slot, I'm assuming? As it spins for a moment, as it calibrates, it stands fixated on the palace.
There's one in the palace.
A second heist.
Maybe we can just talk to them this time too. That worked out fairly well for us last time.
No.
To the palace!
Okay.
Away.
Okay.
We finally made it to the next part.
Yay.
Thanks so much for joining us, guys. We had a blast recording this episode. Lots of fun things happened. We have once again reiterated the importance of not gambling. We just tend to lose stuff.
Remember, just say no, kids.
Well, I always just lose stuff, and it's not even me.
We
kids.
lose other people's stuff.
That is a quitter's mentality, and that is most definitely not the message you should be taking from this. A different message you should be taking from this, though, is that we had a lot of fun recording this. We hope you enjoyed listening to it. If you want to have a positive impact on the podcast, go ahead and leave us a review wherever you're listening to us. It's a huge help, and we appreciate it.
Yeah, and one great place that you can go to check out more about our podcast, about our characters and everything, is our website, extremeadvantage.com, without the first E, obviously. You should know by this point.
If you made it this far,
If you made it
there's
this
no
far,
first
you should
E.
know it.
But for those of you who don't know, we hate first E's. Get them out of here.
Get him out of here.
It's not very nice.
You're just fan now.
You're just
He's just fan.
Ethan's real name here at the podcast is just Than.
no E.
It's not even than. It's just than. An actual word.
I'm Devin.
No. It's only if the word starts with an E.
Hunter.
That's just Hunter with a harder R.
Ebradon.
Ebradon.
I just short it to Bradon.
Bookmark the website.
Yeah, check out our website. Leave us a question there. We'll read it on air and answer it.
On air.
On air.
Mr. Worldwide.
You know what else is on air and worldwide?
Pitbull.
Social media.
Oh.
Pitbull is also on social media, where you can
Is he?
find us. I don't know. He probably has like
Shout
an
out to
Instagram or
Pitbull.
something. Hey Pitbull, if you're listening to
Please don't
this,
sponsor us.
I know we joke, but we truly do love your music.
Keep it up.
Keep it up. Keep going worldwide. But real talk, follow us on socials. We have a Facebook, Instagram. We have an X account that we're not really ever on because it's less fun than Instagram and Facebook. That's pretty much where we interact most with our followers.
Unless Pitbull wants to talk to us on X, then
Yeah.
he'll be on X.
Go ahead, Pitbull. Slide into our DMs all you want, for sure. We'll interact with you guys if any of you want to slide into our DMs, and we will slide right back.
What are we talking about?
I don't know.
I have no
I feel
idea.
so uncomfortable.
We're talking. I just
I
know
know-
we're on air.
I know I've responded to a couple of people on Instagram who
I have.
sent us some memes
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, so we obviously we do want to get to know our fans better. Our fans, I don't know if I should say that yet. Our community, because we do want to build a community. And so we
be
appreciate
our
you guys
fans.
listening in, and we're having fun. Hope you're having fun. We'll get these episodes coming out more frequently. We had a bit of a break, but we should be getting right back down into the rhythm of things. So we appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to listen to us, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Bye.
Toodles.
Peace.